but you don't know what tomorrow brings. Still this crazy world, people dying like flies every day. You read about it in the news, but you don't believe it. You only know about it when they man in the lamp like gold knocks on your door. Cause President's meeting, that's what I'm living.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. This is 12:53 p.m. Nigerian time. And this is Monday, the 17th day of November, 2025. This is a very important video, an important discussion that we need to have this afternoon, depending the time you are going to join us. However, I know a lot of people will see this video after the broadcast. Now, the issue is here, there is a predictable Sharia war that is going to happen in West Africa, not just in Nigeria, by 2026. Everything we have, the statistics and the observations we have done, we have seen that this war seems inevitable. And have you ever seen something that take you unaware, like you have been thinking about something, whether it will happen, you don't know, but before you wake up, the thing has happened? That is what is going to happen in West Africa. There will be a Sharia war in 2026. This is what we are predicting. But before we go into what is happening in Nigeria and in West Africa, or what would happen next year, I want us to look into some things, because, most of the time when we are talking about that Nigeria is not compatible, that Nigeria can never continue like this, a lot of people did not understand our concept. Now, recently, you have been seeing what is happening in London. You can see all these protests going on in London. Do you know what they are talking about? Now, I want you to listen. Just listen to what they are saying.
And we say, send them home. Send them home. Send them home. Send them home.
All right, this is what they are talking about.
Send them home. Send them home. Send them home. Send them home.
They are shouting deportation, send them home, this and that. I'm going to somewhere. Stay with me. I'm going to somewhere. Now, listen to the independent party that I have established connection with.
I will close the borders. I will deploy the military into Britain to round up the Islamists and the communists, the illegals and the migrants claiming welfare. I will begin mass deportations of those who do not belong here, those who are here to destroy Britain and subvert our culture. I will deploy the military into the Channel. I will declare a national state of emergency. I will begin detentions, mass deportations and remigration. I will declare war on the radical Islamists. I will deport the 40,000 Islamists on MI5's terror watch list and patriots on everything that's holy.
Hold it there. He is saying, I will declare war if we enter power. I will declare war, I will deport, I will do this and do that. Do you know why they are saying all these things? Look at something like this. Sharia for UK, Sharia for UK, Sharia for UK. This is what is provoking the United Kingdom, the people who originally owns the state, who originally owns the country. So this is what is going on. This is what is provoking them, that their state, their country is about to be taken over. And this kind of ideology is what they are promoting. Take a listen.
In the Quran, chapter number 9, verse number 29, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala orders the Muslims to kill the Christians, Jews, and if they do not surrender, then they have to pay jizya. Jizya is basically...
All right. Something like this is the problem, okay? Something like this is the problem, but that is not where I'm even going to, okay? Stay with me. Now, this is where I'm going to. In the year 1914, Britain, whether they are great or not, they call them Great Britain, they amalgamated Nigeria. They amalgamated a Sharia kingdom with Christian kingdoms in the southern part of the country. They amalgamated them together. The question I'm putting forth, and I want you to answer, okay? If you come live here, if you join me through the link on the comment section, I want you to come live, and this is the question I want you to answer. If the United Kingdom cannot live or could not live with people that came into their country, they just have resident permits. They call them alien. They call them immigrants. They call them foreigners, not the people who owns the country, right? Maybe after some of them have stayed about 10 years or thereabout, they gave them passport, but that passport also bears that you belong to another country, like dual citizenship. So you are not even a core Britain, right? Now, if the people of Britain could rise up and say, we don't need these people any longer, are you now trying to understand the hypocrisy about the amalgamation of Nigeria? You know, when some part of the country continue to say that Nigeria is not compatible, we need to have a referendum, we need to divide the country, we need to do this, some people will say, no, bad leaders is the problem. Are you going to tell me that the whole Britain, that there is no good leadership? No, no, no. Come on. Are you going to tell me no good leadership in Britain? No good leadership at all. Is that what you are trying to tell me? I'm trying to open your eyes to understand that the problem of Nigeria is not about leadership. I am trying to let you know this. It is not about leadership. So we have problem of leadership in Sweden as well. The same thing is going on in Sweden. We have the same problem in Germany. The same problem is going on in Germany. In Italy, they are already banning all those hijab and all those things. You mean we have the same problem all over the countries? No, you have to wake up. This is not all about leadership. Now, before people will get me wrong in this video is not all about sentiment. This video is not all about tribalism. This video is not even all about religion. This video is an art of reasoning. I want us to reason. Now, you see, the incompatibility of the system in Nigeria is the only thing that is going to stop Nigeria. There will be a very stiff resistance next year. I am predicting that there will be war next year. There will be Sharia war. You are not seeing it coming, right? Oh, you are not seeing it. You never predicted anything like that. You don't even dream anything like that. But I'm telling you, it is going to happen. Because the plans of the extremists in Nigeria is what the public is not aware. You see every day the killing going on systematically from the north to south, Kwara, everywhere. You see the way the killing is going. Amidst the US threat, let me tell you something. The people who really want Nigeria to go in Sharia way, they have pumped billions. They want it to happen. So your complaint that they are killing here and there is not even, they are not even listening to you. They have an agenda that they want to finish up. Now, you listen to what the elder brother to Babadaka made, who was the essay to Tinubu on political affairs, what he said on Arise News last week, right? He said there is a plan to annex Nigeria with southern Niger, with Chad and northern Cameroon to form a terror stronghold. These are the information that they call confidential, but it's not confidential to us. We know all these things. These things are going on. The DSS are aware of this. The office of the, what is it called, CDS, all those people, these people are aware of this. But you know what? The masses, over 2 million Nigerians, we are just like morons. We don't know anything going on. We don't know anything going on. If you are hoping that one day maybe a policeman or military can just come out and stop the insecurity in Nigeria, you know that you are one of the most unthinkable person in Nigeria. Because right from time, people like T.Y. Danjuma, people like Kunde Olaumi, they have warned Nigerians like this.
Police went to rescue kidnapper in Taraba. Military officers attacked convoy, killed 3 officers and civilians, and then the kidnapper escaped. That is the country that we live in.
Sorry, I muted it. Have you ever seen any country where policemen will go and arrest kidnappers? You know, for you to arrest kidnapper, there must be a lot of combat. You now overcome the kidnappers, you arrested them. The military will come, they will call the military that they hold the kidnappers, the militias. Military will come, open fire on policemen and release the kidnappers. You know, something that you have never seen. You know, it is happening in Nigeria and it is happening again and again, and nobody is going to tell you the truth.
Taraba is a mini state. It's a mini Nigeria composed of various ethnic groups living together reasonably peacefully. But the peace in this state is under assault. There's an attempt at ethnic cleansing in this state and of course in all the riverine states of Nigeria. We must resist it. We must stop it. Every one of us must rise up. The armed forces are not neutral. They collude. They collude. They collude.
That is the words. They collude
with the armed bandits that kill people, kill Nigerians. They facilitate their movements. They cover them. If you are depending on the armed forces to stop the killings,
you will all die one after the other.
You will all die one by one.
You know, you have been warned. So nobody will come out to say that they are not aware of what is going on. Nobody will come out to say they are not aware of impending war. Now, look at what Kunde Olaumi, the evidence of what Kunde Olaumi is saying, okay? Just pay attention to this video.
A soldier called me one day, one of my boys. He was crying. I paid money for his children's school fees and all that. He was crying that he was deployed to where they are protecting repentant bandits. And he's seen the ones that killed his friends and his co-soldiers and colleagues. And he's protecting them. And they are wearing uniforms, they are being fed, and they are being given all the attributes and the freedom that a prisoner cannot get. Meanwhile, people that snatch a phone, 33 Nokia, from Oshodi, from somebody's pocket, they are in prison.
I hope you understand what this man is saying. Let me explain what he said to you in case you did not get it well. He said that his friend, okay, that he saw a soldier. He saw a repentant bandit or repentant Boko Haram. The people who killed their fellow people. And when he saw the person is already a repentant, or you know, when they call it a repentant, meaning they have already inducted them into the society, they will give them everything they have. But this is the same man that rendered him homeless. This is the same man that have killed so many people. And a lot of people that the people have killed, they are homeless. So the government are now rewarding terrorists. The government are now training terrorists, whereas the victims of all these things are there, nothing for them. So when I'm telling you about the upcoming Sharia war, I am not playing about it. So you are going to learn from what is going on in Great Britain. Look at Islamic invaders not welcome in Britain. These people are just waking up, but it's already too late. So this is the reason why to tell you that the amalgamation of Nigeria is a very destructive one. If the UK that amalgamated Nigeria could not live with these people that came to their country, not that they are disabled. UK could not live with people that came to their country, all these Islamic extremists. However, they came to Nigeria to amalgamate Christians, traditional believers, the Jews with these people. Are you not seeing the wicked? But the time is now, because it is either the war consume everybody or everybody will put up a stiff fight. As I'm saying, this is not all about tribe. This is not all about religion, because the Hausas are still dying from these extremists. So if you did not believe it, then that is a problem. So it's not all about, I am an Hausa man, I am this, I am that. As far as you do not believe in what they believe, and that is what they are saying when this man made this statement.
In the Quran, chapter number 9, verse number 29, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala orders the Muslims to kill the Christians, Jews, and if they do not surrender, then they have to pay jizya. Jizya is
sorry for that. How can you explain this thing better for people that you know, your religion asks you to kill people who do not belong to your religion? You know, we are not trying to set up a religious differences here. We are trying to say the truth and talk out of reality on ground, because that is what we are saying. Now, he made mention of jizya tax. I never knew about this. I have to turn to my Muslim friends, and they taught me about all these things. That when you come into a place, that if you ask people to convert, they refuse to convert, they need to pay tax to you. And when they refuse to pay the tax, you have to kill them. And my friend told me, he said, Okocha, I will not lie you. I am a Muslim. We Muslims do not obey any law apart from Sharia law, because Allah is the ultimate. This is what he told me. So we are not, like me, I'm not against anybody. But what I'm saying is that if Britain could not live with people who came into their country who are extremists, they don't have right to making sure that Nigeria remains one. So with this, we are welcoming the former Nigerian soldier. The former Nigerian soldier, they say a soldier is always a soldier, so a soldier is not a former. So we are welcoming Mr. Awimbu to board to help expatiate this controversy, because this is actually a controversy. Mr. Awimbu, you are welcome.
Thank you so much.
All right, sir. Thanks for joining us. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Mr. Wimbu.
Good afternoon, my brother. How are you, sir?
I am very fine, sir. We are glad that you are with us in this afternoon, because we are discussing a very important issue. We are saying that the Britain, they are putting up a stiff fight, a stiff resistance against people they call extremists. They call them Islamic invaders. And these are the same people who amalgamated Nigeria. And if people say that Nigeria is not sustainable, a lot of people fail to understand the concept. What do you have to say about this, sir?
You see, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, thank you so much. Good afternoon to your viewers and to you too for the great job that you are doing. You see, I will premise my submission on what Nnamdi Kanu told the United Kingdom. Nnamdi Kanu told them that if you don't remove your hands in the affairs, their evil hands in Nigeria, he said Islam will take you over. That was what Nnamdi Kanu told them. You know, the amalgamation of the Northern and the Southern Protectorate in 1914 was not for anything but for the interest of the United Kingdom, for easy administration, the exploitation of the natural resources, call it human and natural resources, that so that they will be able to have their hands on all the resources, you know, that were at that particular time being exported in Nigeria. So there is no way they would do it without using this same caliphate law to conquer. Let me tell you one thing, Mazi Okocha. I do not know if I have said this in your program before. Do you know that over 700 Hausa from the northern, Hausa, were used to conquer the Ashanti Kingdom in Ghana? Do you know that?
Are you
They
serious?
call them the 700.
I don't know.
They call them the 700 Golden Forces. That was the last war, the seventh war Ashanti Kingdom fought against the Britain, against the British people. It was a woman. The Asantehene, as at that time, I think Prempe also, or thereabout, was exiled. It was Nana Ya Asantwa. That was the woman that stood, and she is from Ejisu in Ashanti region. Till tomorrow, that woman is being recognized as the heroine of the Ashanti Kingdom as at that time. Unfortunately for her, the British, with the help of these 700 Hausa, 700 Hausa Golden Forces, captured her, dealt with her the way you can imagine what will happen to a woman when such people, her enemies, caught up with her. So you can imagine what they would do to her. That was exactly what the British did. See, the same thing they used them to do in Nigeria. Without using them, they would not be able to do what they did in Nigeria. And for the records, the amalgamation was for an easy administration, political and economic administration by Lugard and the gold as at that time, to make sure. And when they did it, when they made it easier, Nigeria made it easy for Lugard and the Goldie. They now sold Nigeria as a merchandise. They sold Nigeria as a merchandise to the United Kingdom. Yeah, I think about 600,000 or 700,000 pounds as at that time. That was the amount they used to buy Nigeria. They bought everything. They bought everything that was under Nigeria, on it and above Nigeria. They bought it. So this is how wicked these people. And since that time, they have never. The reason why they are talking today is because they have invited this radical Islamic. Remember, you just go and check the role UK played in Palestinian, between Palestinian and the Israel in let me just say in the 40s or in the 40s or there about 50s. Go and check the role that they played over there. That is what you should understand as well. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Awimbu. Now, let us focus on the issue happening in Nigeria. You have seen the rate of insecurity going on, and I'm sorry to say this, Nigeria Armed Forces, they have told us honestly that they can't stop this insecurity challenge. And America indicated interest of coming to help Nigerians, but people are resisting it. The question I want to ask you, sir, if peradventure we fail to have an intervention from international community, because our armed forces already say that they won't be able to do it. DSS said so. The former chief of army staff said they can't because they are underlying issues. So if there is no international intervention and these people are bent to be doing what they are going to do in 2026, and that is why I'm predicting that there will be Sharia war in 2026. So what is going to be the fate of people who are in the southern Nigeria? Yeah, you are still on mute. You can unmute yourself, sir. Hello, Mr. Wimbu. Okay. Before he joins us back, let's discuss about this issue. So let me bring a guest in, because this is a very important issue that we must talk about. Mr. Sowore, good afternoon, sir. Thanks for joining us. You are on mute. Let me try to unmute you from here. You can unmute yourself. All right. Yeah, good afternoon, sir. It seems you are driving.
Yeah, really. You know, I guess you must know who is talking.
Yes, sir. I know, sir.
Okay. I am not.
No, it's Martin. Well done, sir.
So, yeah. So let's go straight to the point. You know, like the British. Let's start from Britain.
Yeah.
You see, like the last like the last speaker said, Nnamdi Kanu said it, that Britain is going to be destroyed since they refuse to remove their hand from the so-called Nigeria that they created. And that is what is happening now. So me, especially as a person, I've been praying for that. That's my prayer, because you have to give people, that is, the food you cook for people is good, you eat it. The bad food you cook for people is good, you eat it. They know how it tastes. So I've been praying for this very day that is coming. I know they will fight it. They are not coward like people in our side. Sorry to use the language, but that's who we are. Because when somebody is beating you, you cannot beat back. That means that person is a fool. You understand? You cannot fight back. So I know, I'm very, very 101% convinced that Britain, they will fight it. That's for sure. When they mean it, when the youth mean it, they will stand. They will stand against it, and they will, you know, they will stop it. That is for sure.
Yeah.
But it's very good. The good thing is that they are testing the super high look like. I was in Britain. That was like 2018 when I went there. You know, they have Sharia law. I went in Birmingham. That's what they call it. They have Sharia law there, and there is a place. There are areas, because I have at least my 3 younger ones. They're living there. There are some areas that when they call police doesn't answer. It's no go.
Are you serious?
So, I am telling you, go into the thing. You just go and do your investigation. In Britain, then, when they come, my younger brother was telling me that there are areas. It showed me the side that where in Birmingham, there's a Sharia law. When they call police doesn't go there. So that's to tell you how bad it has become. But all the same, it's a very good game. It's a very good thing, because even when you go there, you see them everywhere. They are everywhere. So they will fight it, but it's going to be a very tough fight, because these people are so dangerous to the extent that they do it gradually. It takes them years. They don't care. So far, they will get to their destination. Just like as it's happening in Nigeria, and like it has happened in Turkey. You understand? Turkey was a Christian country, Christian-dominated country, but today, here they are as a Muslim country. Though their own Muslim is moderate one, normal Muslim, but that is same is dominated. They are the people living there. So in England, it's going to happen. That is for sure, because the leaders are not fighting it. Take an example from the useless man called himself Obama, who was promoting all this nonsense. Obama removed Buhari. That's why he removed Goodluck Jonathan for Buhari.
Goodluck Jonathan.
So that's to tell you, that's to tell you his agenda. So we are very happy, and we all will be sitting there. We will ask God to give us that long life to sit and watch how the British will fight it, because it's a very bad thing. The worst thing that can happen to a man is when you cannot, or any human being, is when you cannot go to your house and sleep. When you are afraid to go to your home.
Exactly.
Like most of us staying outside now. Nothing takes us to Nigeria unless the thing is very important. Very, very important. I'm telling you. Is that a place to be? So that is it I have for this contribution in terms of Britain. You see, like here where I live, they don't allow mosque. The places they have mosque here, just like maybe sometimes it should be maybe some kind of abandoned companies, small company, abandoned.
This industrial area.
Of course, that's what they use here. Just like that of even the so-called Nigerian church that they are putting everywhere, because here we are, the Nigerians turn like what they're doing in Nigeria. They turn company to church. You understand? So they are doing not doing the Muslim here. So where they have mosque here is where they have all this just in fact very small place. They don't allow it.
Which country be that?
So Italy.
Oh, wonderful,
Italy.
wonderful. God bless that woman.
Yeah. You know, even before that woman, they don't want anything. Yes, they have a big mosque. They have mosque in Milan. I think I'm still. I don't. It's not yet. No, Firenze. They were about to have in Florence, Firenze, but they rejected it. You understand? So when you see them where they do their services, this is like this morning I was going to work. I saw them 6 o'clock going to their prayer. Every day is like that though. So I was kind of asking myself, are these people?
Your former Minister of Interior is not giving them water to drink at all, Matteo Salvini.
No,
because I used to follow him.
Yeah, I like that guy. I like. You know why I like? I don't like. You know, when it comes to foreigners, he's very mean. You know. Do you know why I like him? Anybody might see him as a racist, but that is what he needs to do to protect yours. What he's doing is what he needs
exactly.
to do. Apart from the one that invaded Africa anyway, because they once went to Ethiopia to occupy Ethiopia, which is it Ethiopia? Libya, sorry. Which
Libya, Ethiopia and Libya.
That's right. Ethiopia fought it. Libya, kind of, they occupied it sometime. But these are things of the past now that it remains in our memory for us to fight against that evil that will come anytime, any day. So that was his doing. Somebody may say Salvini is a racist, That's how I used to see it. But when you look the other way around, had it been where we came from, people that are representing us are doing the same fight, this nonsense will not be on our side because
exactly
God or whatever that has created or that put us into existence have made it that way that this is your zone, this is your zone. So by the time anybody trespasses, you will fight the person with whatever you have.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, our people are there sharing money, selling their own country, or that is, let's say the country of their children to come to who they don't know. It's a very big problem. You understand? So I love Salvini. That has been his ways of life. You know what? There was something he said one time. He said when was a Nigerian guy that with his one Italian person, what they call a pescara, something like that. Yeah, or Rome. Sorry. So when they came to when they were interviewing Salvini said, "You cannot cross thousands of kilometers to come." No, the woman asked Salvini, "But your people do kill people here, kill their Italian citizens here. You're Italian too." He said, "Yes, but if that happened as an Italian, it's okay. But you don't have to cross thousands of kilometers to come to my home to kill me, like what they're doing in our farmland and in our back house, you know." So that is this. So we supported what is happening in England, and I'm still praying that they will dominate so many places like that, so that they will know how it tastes.
They will wake up.
Safety. They'll wake up, yeah. So that is
brother. Brother, you really hit the nail. You know, when you are talking, it was like you are taking it out of my mouth. You know.
Yeah.
You know. The thing is, this is again another benefit of, should I say, education. It really broadens your mind. You understand things that happens around you. You don't just live in a Western world, Italy, Europe, or wherever, but you have to, the people you live with, their culture, their mindset, the way they function. So I'm so impressed with you, seriously, because I'm in the UK now. But the thing is, you really hit the nail when you said that these people, I have for over going to almost 3 decades, I've been with these people, so I know what they are made of. You know, there's going to be a serious clash in the near future, maybe not too long from now. You see, like in the UK now, these Islamists, these jihadists, one can say, yes, they've taken over. I've been to some of the
cities where they practice Sharia, you know, like you said, the police, they are like awfully, they will stand there, they can't even get in there. When Trump was saying it, people think he was fabricating it, he was making it up. But that is the truth, that there are areas police are afraid to go in the UK here. And the lawmaker, a lawmaker will,
thank God you are confirming it.
yeah, I live here, and a lawmaker will come out and tell you on BBC or major network that there's Sharia in their country. And the guy asked him, what do you mean there's Sharia in you? He said, yeah, but it's not in the constitution. You know, but that they are allowed to practice it, but it's not in the constitution. This is madness. Because it's gonna be in the constitution if something is not done. But my point is that, look, because again, I've lived with this one for so long, I know they're not like us, eh? If when push comes to shove, let me tell you when it's going to start. Because as we speak now, there are some places, like in Birmingham, for example. I was in Birmingham last week. There are these Islamic Sharia mindset kind of people. When they see a lady walking on the street, and you know, hello?
Yeah, we are with you.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, so you know the Europeans, the Western world, they like to dress sexy when the weather is whatever, you know, so they like showing skin, stuff like that. They will be looking at them with so scornfully, like to physically go and, you know, so it's increasing every day because the Sharia, all these Islamists, as they are growing in number, that is how their power is growing, that is how their boldness is growing too. So in Birmingham now, most people, when they go there, they are very mindful of the Islamists, that they look at them with so much, you know, they give them that bad look because they dress like a typical Westerner, but they want you to be a letterbox dress. You know how Muslim women dress. So, but that is where the problem is going to come, because the politicians are somewhat compromised. Whatever it is, I don't know what happened to them, that they allow these things to happen, and they are getting ground. They are winning mayoral position. They are winning. They are winning political positions. So slowly but surely, they will get in and, you know, take over the power, parliament and stuff like that, where they will be able to begin to bring in laws, Islamic laws. That's how they roll. It's just a slowly but surely process, right? Because like I have always said, they say that we have the time, we have the clock, but they have the time. Meaning that even if it's 20, 30, 50, they are on it. So, but where the clash is going to come, where you're going to know the Western world that they are not like us, is when they begin to practice this act of terrorizing people on the street for wearing miniskirts, or somebody, a young man, barb his hair, like they do in some northern state, where they will stop you because you barb your hair, style punk, Bob Marley, whatever. Isba, right? They call them Isba. So so when that starts, that is when you're gonna see the monster in the Europeans. Trust me. Then there will be a big fight. Then they will. It's like, well, one told me, he said that they don't bother much because, like here in the UK, they have more or less they have everything they want. There's the electricity constantly. There's water. There's hospital. There's schools. There's education. So they don't care what government does. But when it begins to affect them personally, that is when they will wake up and take it to anywhere you want. They are ready for you. So that's when it's going to happen. But that is the unfortunate part on our own people, because we are so docile and cowardly that they've practically taken over Yoruba land, more or less, you know. And instead
brother, let me just come in there. You see, when you say the way they fight, they are not like us. That's 100% sure. Because I do say it, like in our farm, they always go and destroy our farm, do everything. No government to defend them. But I do say it here in Italy. An Italian man make his farm with mechanized farming, which is less suffer than that of Betty's farm anyway. He come the next morning. The person come the next morning and see somebody with that is used a cow. And the government didn't do anything. The next time the Italian one is coming with gun. There's no two ways about it.
No two ways about it.
100%.
So what I want to add here is our people, you know, I could say I'm anti-religion, but when it comes to the other side, I will tell you that religion started from our tradition as well, because that's the first religion, our tradition. It's just like when we're talking of a teacher teaching, children, taking them to school. The first teacher is from your home, where you bring your children up before the second teacher. So that is how this religion came about. The religion, I'm against the religion which we are seeing today. But if you ask me, I so much believe in our tradition. Most things have been modernized, like we're supposed to do the same. The Nigeria, or let's say Africa, let's say Nigeria in this case, Nigerians are hypnotized with this madness religion, Christianity, Muslim, all those nonsense. That's where we have our biggest problem. When these people come for them, then the next day they go to church, the pastor will say, pray, pray. You don't pray for somebody, pray in front of somebody with AK-47. What you need to take on that person is the same AK-47. That's how it works. So I think it's a problem with black people, because it's also happening in US when the police will kill. The next day you see them in the church praying. Any life gone is gone. It doesn't come back. So what you need is tooth for tat.
Yeah.
I for one, anybody that kill
by sword, we die by sword.
Supposed not to exist, because when you don't like life, that's when you kill. You can't kill somebody's life while your own is with you. You know the value of life, and you are taking somebody's own. So anybody that kills needs to be killed as well. So that's my own point of view. So go ahead. I just wanted to add something there.
Thank you so much.
The church of a thing, the religion, is a very bad weapon they used against a black man, for example. How can you be calling Jesus that you don't know? You don't know whether they ever existed to come and save you. You pray the prayer that I've been praying in Nigeria.
That is religion. Everybody have their own set of belief, you know. But my problem is, don't allow religion to take your brain.
Yeah.
Don't allow religion to take your brain.
He has taken it now to the extent that when anybody that has problem in Nigeria, I say go to church and pray. Who told you prayer will put food on your table? Who told you prayer will defend you? After God has given you all you needed to survive, all you needed to fight for yourself, you think that you see, so you think you pray better than the other person that is fighting you.
This problem, to some extent, or should I say, generally, it's a worldwide phenomenon. This Islamic jihad going on, it's a worldwide problem. You know that?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
that is
because you see, the problem as how it affects us as African, or like people in that contraction called Nigeria, is different from how it is in the Western world. Because, for example, in the Western world, people don't care much about religion, like Christianity. So there's they don't. So the youth don't care. They are like people. I think the word naivety is what suits them. When it comes to the jihad movement, they are very naive. There's this young woman in America, a black woman, young, who has a YouTube. They supported Mandani like hell. The new mayor in New York, who is an Islamist, is a Muslim, but he speaks well, does well, but trust me that underneath it is that agenda. They will come tactically. They will come with every system, every gamesmanship to lure you to sleep, to think that they are just there to give you a good life. But but behind it, underneath it, is the agenda to impose Islamism one way or the other on you. So we have studied this thing. We know how they roll. We know what their antecedents and what their tactics. The way we just know. Okay. So, but the thing is that, so that's why I said that it's worldwide, because in Britain here is a battle that is like a bomb waiting to explode. And the same goes for America. But the good thing with America is that Trump is a very strong man. And only God knows how he came about, because if not for Trump, like you can't even imagine how far what will be happening now as we speak. especially in Nigeria, because at least there's at least now they know that somebody is watching and seeing what they are doing. Even though that Trump hasn't come physically, there's no boot on the ground, but at least they know that something's gonna trigger anytime from now. Bro, Coach, you remember when I was saying this like sometime early this year that Trump will get to Nigeria at some point, and that when he does, things is gonna shake up. So basically, but my point is that it's important that people stop being cowardly like European, this Western world, but maybe not necessarily. Some of them, they are part of the agenda. Because I believe that there is this agenda to make the world an Islamic, one world religion. Well, whether that will work or not remains to be seen. But without a doubt, there was a congregation, there was a gathering of like-minded people in the UK, including Abu was there when they agreed that politics has failed humanity, that religion has failed humanity, that this has failed, that they have to adopt to this, adopt to that. And but we shall see how it goes, because this brother just explained now how it is in Italy. And this lady in Italy is like, she has also made it very clear that we are not going to bow to people who want to impose their religion on us. We are not. So that is a good thing. But Rome initially was part of it. They all part of this one world religion thing. Rome is a part of it. So, but again, we shall see how it goes. But if you don't fight, wherever region or any part in the world, if you don't do something, you are gone. You will be gone, because they are coming for. They've said it that they will fight, even if it's mean death. For them, it means nothing, because they have that mindset. So this is the dangerous aspect of the whole thing. So you have to be ready. You have to be ready, because blood runs in all of us. But if you are sparing your blood, well, they will only take over your place, and you will not have a place to call home anymore, and you have to be a subject. You become a subject to the.
That is what English people said, that nature hate vacuum.
Yeah.
You understand? So that is what that is what is happening on our side. Like me, there was a program I watched today. I think one American senator was saying it. It was a kind of analyzing how the terrorists has taken the ground of so-called Nigerian space. He said that different types of terrorism have now assembled in Nigeria. They start giving us, but Nigeria is their capital.
Yeah,
you understand? That was this American senator was saying it today. That I watched the program. That Nigeria is their capital, and it's very easy, because when you know that there are places you can't go there because they are waiting for you to fight you. You won't go. Are we hearing all these things from Ghana? No. Ghana, that was like 3 years ago. Ghanaians took up ammunition, said anything, the military, anything that's in the bush is an animal.
Exactly.
That doesn't look, they chase them out. But in our own side, this Buhari, the useless Buhari, opened this whole door. First of all, it passed open grazing. 2, he say Ruga. Our people fought that. 3, he say then he
waterways.
All this nonsense.
Yeah.
But I don't see his photo, because when you are aiming for something, it's left for your opponent to challenge you.
Of course, you cannot blame him. You can't blame him too much. Yeah.
No, I don't blame. No, they are going for what they want.
Exactly.
It's unfortunate that we don't know what we want.
Exactly.
So on the process now, when they see Nigeria become a safe haven, our side, like I do say, maybe our side go they don't talk. My wife will tell me, say, now small when they kill people and go fight, they'll take over, and that's a fact.
Yeah.
As they kill people small, why they don't take off the whole youth? Who is going to fight the elderly people? No, they will take on the land.
It's all right, sir.
So that is also like the Trump of a thing. There was a when I watched your video when Trump said he want to come, there was a statement he used which I registered very well, that when 2 devils come,
you choose the lesser one.
The two are devil. You choose the lesser one. You understand? You understand?
You have to choose the lesser one.
Yeah, of course. So So like the Trump coming, me, I supported it 100% because only Trump
100%.
to say I'm coming. Only
Yeah.
Trump to say I'm coming now. The terrorist minister, that is who called himself Gumi, he left for Turkey. Why
Yeah.
the other Rufai, who
Yeah.
was paying them, imported them, is now in
Yeah.
the United Arab Emirates, things like that.
Okay.
You know, so
So you see,
yeah, that
just
is.
mere word alone. Oh.
You understand? So not to talk of when he comes. So wanted him to come.
Yeah.
You know, my own philosophy. That's my own ways of life. Is when you know see as you do as you see them. Let them come. The people won't go fight. The people won't go die. But that's how the life is. Because when we are enjoying today, millions die for us to be enjoying what we are enjoying. Then why are you afraid?
Exactly.
After all, we will still die. So
Yeah.
why not make way? You understand? So. That is so when Trump come, we support Trump coming. And I pray he will come as quick as possible. So
Okay.
that we will know where we stand.
Yeah, Okocha, can I quickly say what I wanted to say and I can just give space? I mean,
Yeah. You can quickly say that so that we welcome other guests.
Other, yeah. So I just want to say that the case with Nigeria is all the more very, very unfortunate. Why do I say that? Because people continue either knowingly or unknowingly believe the word of Tinubu. I tell you, bro, take it to the bank when we say this. Tinubu is as complicit as even Buhari, even in the belly of the earth. Tinubu is not ready and is not willing to act, to do anything. You see, it's going to begin to unfold moving forward. They say give him 100 days. They should tell Trump to give him 100 days. But from that time till now, is there anything to show concretely that is ready to do anything? The answer is no. The only thing he does rather is propaganda. Buy people, bribe people, locally and internationally, to say that they kill 150 terrorists, that this and that. Lie, where? Everybody know that it's all lies. But let me tell you that Tinubu will not fight. Even as far as a day or two ago, they were still roaming about with motorbike. I saw in the video. So you ask yourself, so why is he not ordering the military with the token that America gave them or the board to use it and flush these people? He's not going to do it. He's still taking direction from the Meyeti Allah group, the people who ordered for Nnamdi Kanu to be brought, and within weeks, Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. They've now issued order on Tinubu and Wike, if you heard about it now. So you can see that they are very much in position of power, these same jihadists. And you cannot win the war against terrorism when the people who are supposed to implement the change are terrorist sympathizers and terrorist coordinators. So it's a tragedy. In how you look at it for Nigeria, because Tinubu, trust me, he is into it. That's just short way to put it. Tinubu is part of it. He's not part of solution at all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Awimbu and Mrs. Patricia, good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. Mr. Awimbu, you were with us before your network had a problem. Did you now have a good network?
Yes, I hope so.
Okay. Because what I wanted to discuss with you, because you served in Nigerian military or Nigerian army for 18 good years. When we are talking about the issue of dimension of this, you told us the other day that Nigeria was not like this during your time. So I understand that perfectly well, that Nigeria was not like this during your time. Now, what did you envisage? What do you think that is going to happen next year as these people are prepared to lay down war just because of religion or because of what they want? I mean the extremists like Boko Haram, ISWAP, and the rest of them.
You see, if not that, thank you for the opportunity once again. I was knocked off earlier on. Yeah. You see, Nigeria is gone. The only unifying factor that can hold a country is the armed forces of Nigeria. When the armed forces of that particular country has been compromised, that country is gone. You do not have, your intelligence are not intact to fight. You cannot move freely, just like if you were moving before. You cannot carry tasks assigned to you simply because there are elements of these terrorists within the decision-making bodies of the land, and their foot soldiers, what you commonly call the repentant terrorists, in them. I don't know whether you heard, some of my colleagues were protesting that they don't want to work with them few weeks or months ago. How can you work with someone that has the ideology of dealing with you, that has been fighting you for quite some time? Now you call the person a repentant terrorist, drafted that same person into the force that has been fighting them before. It doesn't hold water to me. You see, it's just a matter of time. Like Olawumi said, it's a matter of time. And it's like they want to carry it out in Nigeria as quickly, as fast as I can. Let me tell you why they did this and how they have succeeded in doing it before Trump came in. There is what we call the first line of defense. When we were growing up, our families used to have double barrel, den guns, and so on and so forth. That is your first line of defense. You can use it to hunt games. You can use it to protect your family against external aggression that is coming into your family. What did the Nigerian government do? They withdrew all those first line of defense. Yes, it is not able to face the capacity of the weapons that these people are using. They are using anti-aircraft guns. They are using RPG. They are using AK-47 rifles that has a killing range of 300 meters and a travel distance of about 1.5 kilometers. That is 1,500 meters. That is what they are using. And you dare not use pump action guns to face such people. Pump action guns distance is not more than 100 meters. Is that what you are going to use to face someone that has a killing range of 300 meters? It's suicidal. So what the government did was to withdraw all those little, weapons that you can use to protect yourself against these people, and allow these people the express, let me just say, allowance to use their own weapons, and that is what they are using today. See, the government cannot control them because they are in there. They are in the decision making. Let me take you far away, Lebanon. I was in a platform with a Lebanese woman of about 78, 79 years. The woman told me, he said, do you know how Islam took over Lebanon today? By acceptance of Islamic refugees. Acceptance of Islamic refugees. They came in, they took over. The same thing that is happening in the United Kingdom now. They are now of a substantial population in the UK. Today, they are shouting Sharia Mukesu in the UK. That is Sharia. We want Sharia. We want Sharia. We want Sharia. Just like the way they were shouting January 2000 in Kaduna, Sharia Mukesu, Sharia Mukesu, Sharia Mukesu. You see, where they have minute number of them, they won't do anything. They would deploy what they call takia. Decent. But once they have a substantial number of them, they will begin to demand the tenets of Islam. And one of them is that Sharia. That is it. So from my own viewpoint, Nigeria cannot survive it unless America comes in today, tomorrow. But left for the people of Nigeria, you cannot. Southeast cannot contend them because you have been disarmed and they have been armed. You see, you can't, anytime they come to attack, the army will look the other way. The army will go to the army will go the other way. So, and anytime they want to do whatever they want to do, then the army will look the other way, whereas they now perpetuate their evil and enter into these places. Do you know how many terrorist cells that are there in the southeast of Nigeria? Do you know how many of them that have been scattered in south-south, in southwest? Or your state is gone. So many places have been taken over, waiting for them now to blow their alarm. They are waiting for them to go in. How are you going to tackle a man that is already in your compound, waiting for instruction to go on? How? I wonder what Nigerians would do. I wonder what my people would do. I wonder what the South would do, South people. I wonder how prepared they are to face these people.
All right, sir.
That is my
I
problem.
want to ask you another question, sir. All right. Before Mrs. Patricia, I just want to ask you another question, sir. You told us before you served in the Nigerian military for 18 years. That means you have not completed your service here. If you don't mind, though, it's not compulsory. Can you share with us why you left?
You see, while I was 1990, 2000. 2001, I was deployed to Bakassi Peninsula. 2002, 2003, I think March of it, I was rotated, what we call rotation. I was rotated and I was taken back to Kaduna. Something happened within the southern Kaduna. You know, when you reach 15 years in active service, military, you are due for pension. You are due for pension. 15 years, you are due for pension. But anything below 15 years, they will pay you off. They will pay you off. Then you will not receive pension. But once you hit 15 years, according to the book, my own time, then you are due for pension. So I was overdue with 3 years. You understand? So that was how that. And what made me to leave, if I may say this here today, is the same thing. Look, the army is a voluntary job. There are some orders they will give to you as a reasonable person, someone who is not vacuous in the brain, someone who values morality, irrespective of the uniform and the organization that you are serving in. You will say, no, in line with my own morality, I cannot engage in this thing. That was the reason why I left. So for me to go on obeying such laws in southern Kaduna made me to say, no, I cannot do this. Because the southern Kaduna people, the Tayep people, the Birong people, there are so many of them. Mama Vasa area, Major General, Lieutenant General Mama Vasa area, southern Kaduna, Kafanchang, all those areas. You see, when you fight, you allow the people, you see, my brother, I don't know how to put it, but let me try to put it. Just give me at least 2 minutes to say this. If you go, there is what they call Laduga in southern Kaduna. Laduga, do you know the new version? The new version of Laduga is Ruga. Laduga. In southern Kaduna, Kataf, they gave them over 70,000 hectares. 70,000 hectares. Hectares and acre, which one is bigger? I think hectares, right? Yeah, 70,000 hectares. Just for Laduga, they call it Laduga. That is what they gave them in southern Kaduna. They took the land from the indigenous people, the Christian-dominated area in southern Kaduna, and gave to these people. All of a sudden, as time goes on, as their population begins to multiply, to increase in that Laduga, they are now encroaching into the indigenous people's land. As I'm talking to you now, I don't know. As at that time, it was about 120,000 surreptitiously claimed by these people in southern Kaduna. By so doing, they are now entering into the farms of the other people. Then fight ensued. That is what caused that southern Kaduna war. From 2000 to 2004, when I left.
Wow.
So because they sent me there to go and fight, arrest the people that are defending themselves. I said, no, I will not do that. And when I made the arrest, when I went there, fact finding, I arrested the troublemakers. They are all Fulani extractions. I arrested them and brought them to one mechanized infantry division. One Lieutenant Colonel Boro, I think he was the chairman of the NDDC, fair in complexion. He retired, I think, as the Brigadier General, fair in complexion. He's an German. He was the one that called me and told me, see, you do not do this. And when you are doing this, be careful, because there are so many toes that you are going to step on. You know where we are coming from. We are from the East. Be careful how you do this. I say, if there is the case, I cannot exercise my authority and arrest people that committed crime, and you want me to arrest people that were defending themselves, I will not take part in this kind of job anymore. That was the reason why I left. I resigned voluntarily. Yeah.
Wow, you know, it is becoming clearer to me now. You know, most of the time you've told us this, that you left the Nigerian army at 18, the year of service 8 years. So I have been wondering, so I decided to ask you this question. So thank you so much for clarifying us and everything. I still want to thank you for your moral standing. It's not easy. It's not everybody that a lot of people will be asking, what am I going to continue to eat if I leave, and so on and so forth. Anyway, it is well. Mrs. Patricia, good afternoon. Thanks for joining us.
Good afternoon, Mr. Okosha. How are you?
I'm fine. Sorry for keeping you waiting. We are talking about the issue of incompatibility that is going to cause war in 2026. We are saying that the Great Britain, whether they are great or not, that they amalgamated Nigeria, a Sharia country with southern Christian kingdoms. But today, look at what is going on in UK. They are saying the people who have ordinary residents in their country to leave. What about Nigeria that they amalgamated together amidst the rising threat of Sharia in Nigeria? What is your take on that?
Well, first of all, I'll say good afternoon, Mr. Kocha.
Good afternoon, madam.
Are you good? I've been listening to you for a long, like who God knows when. And I love what you're doing. I really, really love what you're doing.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. And again, I'm in UK.
Oh, good.
I'm in UK, though I'm not in that part they are doing. I'm literally in London.
Okay.
But like one of our brothers said, it's good that they think they are cooking for people, that they get taste of it. Though we all know that they will still rise themselves with time. But they are not buying people the way they are buying people in our side, in their own side. I think that if they ever do it, they themselves will rise. But at the same time, that is why I say that Nigeria, if we can separate Nigeria, everybody can now have a way to guide themselves. Are we separating Nigeria that will not be one? We will still separate Nigeria. And if I want to go to Yoruba side or outside side to go do my business, we will all understand ourselves then. But let Nigeria separate and everybody will know what they want. This iron is too much.
Yeah.
It's too much. A lot of people are scared of coming back to Nigeria. Why would I be scared of coming back to my country? I love my country. I love my country, and I'm scared of coming back to my country. The Ekpa now, we keep saying is a Hausa side. It's not just Hausa side. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere indeed, though.
I watched the other time you talk of a Hamufu.
Yeah.
You talk of that side at Enugu State as well. Yeah, it's Hamufu is Enugu side.
The Hamufu is used on local government.
It's used on local government. Is it what we're seeing in Imo State? Is it what we're seeing in Imo State? And our people say that it's them. Okay, now, is it in Delta State? I watched the ones that Harris, what's that his name?
Harrison Gwamnishu, yeah.
Examination. I'm watching things. He's really doing a lot.
A lot, indeed.
Mm. And again, is it how are we gonna keep when? How long? Because I'm asking myself, how long?
That is the question. How long shall we continue to fight? Are we fighting perpetually?
And again, people that are thinking that, oh, it's gonna stop, it's gonna stop. Sorry to tell you, my brother, it's not gonna stop. Oh. When our people say it's gonna stop, can we please go and read Quran, read Hadith, and Surah, whatever one. If we read them, we will know that they are doing exactly what they are asked to, as commanded. There is nothing Muslim, Islam, they are doing exactly what they are asked to do. So if we think that this thing will stop, we need to rethink. We need to rethink.
Okay, you know, when you talk about the issue of separating Nigeria, all those things, you know, these are conversations that people don't want to talk because they believe that when you talk about separation, you are talking about war. They fail to understand that no, you know, talking about the issue of separation, all those things, is not about war or crisis because we are already at war. We are looking for peace. So I think if you have...
We cannot separate, there is no war in separating. Like, for example, Yoruba people say they don't want to be in Nigeria. They don't want to be part and parcel of Nigeria. They have been doing it. Igbo people are saying the same thing. There is something I listened to yesterday. I know you might have something like that, but one boy just showed it. I think it's this Fulani House forum, and they are saying they don't want the Igbos.
Yeah.
I think something that they do, I think either 2017 or something.
I know what you are talking about.
Okay, you say you don't want me. Accepted. Allow me to go. Why are you still holding me? Why are you still keeping Nnamdi Kanu in prison? It's the same thing you say you don't want. That is exactly what he's saying. So why is he still there? For what? You don't want me. Allow me to go. Because if we can leave, Yorubas leave, Hausas leave, then everybody will hold their own people at ransom. Like now, I don't know who I'm gonna hold. I don't know who I'm gonna hold responsible for my areas not to be okay. Because if you call this one will tell you to call this one.
If you even confront the governor will tell you that he's not in charge of security, that he doesn't control police and army.
Yes. So who now am I gonna call?
Nigeria is complicated.
Do you want me to call? Because we're saying, oh, and people are saying, oh, if Americans come, they are going to take whatever we have resources. Since I was born till today, I've not eaten any of that resources. Not one. America, are they taking resources? Nigeria, they're still taking it. Are we saying that America should not enter so that Nigeria will do it? This thing has been happening. It started from like me, I wasn't all that into this thing about Nigeria. I can tell you the truth. I started really listening to much of Nigerian things when Peter Obi wanted to be the president last 2 years. And it makes me to go back and listen to everything you people are saying. In fact, it was like now I couldn't even listen to anything but Nigerian issue. Nigerian issue. Buhari entered. He made sure that okay, what are we talking? Because some people will say, oh, is Buhari. Wasn't Tinubu among those ones that planned that Buhari will enter?
Of course.
Do you want to tell?
And he was proud to say it.
Good. Do you want to tell me that everything that Buhari planned to do, that Tinubu doesn't know about it?
By the way, their coalition imported terrorists into the country, so there is nothing
so
he will say that he's not aware.
Good. So somebody that imports something is the person that you're telling to tell the thing to go out. Will he do it?
That is just the mathematics there. It can't.
Since he entered, what I've been hearing is somebody jump from APC to PDP. Is it what we have on the ground now? Jumping from one party to another, and people are being paid every day of their life.
Every day. Their interest is let me join this party and receive my money.
Okay, now my question is, you want to help Nigeria. Nigeria tell US not to come, that they will do it fine. Please, why is Sheikh Gumi not arrested yet?
You can't, even the people who are, Sheikh Gumi supposed to be arrested, but his own is even too far. The people who are killing every day, the Boko Haram, they are not arresting them. So
if we arrest Boko Haram, they will tell me that he's repented.
That is
repent to where? This thing is ideology that somebody planned. Is ideology that is inside that person. And you are telling me that ideology will just die just 6 days. But if a little boy in Nigeria steal phone, oh God, I ask, what sort of people do we have in Nigeria as the judges? Somebody will steal phone, you will put that person to death, but Boko Haram will be spared. Mr. Sunday defended himself, and a judge sat down
and sentenced him to death.
His talk is that Mr. Sunday should have now run out from his own farm.
From his own farm. You know, if you understand Nigeria, you know that you are not normal. You understand? Because there is no how someone can understand that nation. So
I want people to explain to me that the owner of the farm will run for who is not the owner of the farm to sit down and eat his food. Excuse me. So now, as I am now, I have my farm. When the goat or when the cow they are eating it, instead of me to defend my farm, I will run and tell Hausa man, no, that will not happen. They want Nigeria to come up. How will it? A lot of Nigerian people can actually invest. Yes, sir.
Pat, let me add this to what you're saying. As bad as the 1999 Constitution, Section 33, sub 2A, says that every Nigerian has the right to defend their property. Their property.
But they asked Mr.
But
Sunday
why
to run.
trying that, that's right. Yeah, asking that Mr. Johnson, I think from Adamawa Taraba State, that defended himself and his property, his farmland, to the extent that led to, the death of the attacker. They did not recognize that section of the 1999 Constitution, section 33, 2 sub A, that empowers every overlooked it, and they jailed that guy. That is the system that is operation. Is that what you want to live in and to work with? Such system that is so bad,
which means we have selective judgment.
Selective judgment. That is what is going on in that country. Thank you.
And again, at times, what gives me more headache is they're Ruga. We need to give them land. We need to give them land. For Christ's sake, I have to tell you people, every land I have in Nigeria today, I buy them. I bought them myself. So I will buy my land. You will now decide to take that my land and give to one person. Is the person forbidden to buy his own?
That is the problem.
Why is it that I'm buying and you're coming to my community to dash person my land? Honestly, whenever I think of Nigeria, I don't know if I am to cry or I don't know. I don't know, because what? I have my family there. I have my family there. What is going on? Can't we for once tell ourselves?
Even crying cannot solve. Even crying cannot solve the problem. So
I don't
there is
know.
no need to cry.
Let us just tell ourselves the truth for one day.
It's all right, madam. It's all right. Okay, let's see.
Did you listen to?
Yeah, talk to us, sir. Mr. Winbo, I can hear you. You are muted. You can unmute yourself.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. You listened to that lady that made that video that was saying that Igbos are the problem of Nigeria, and at the end of her video, she says something.
Is it the prophet? The prophet, what is it called? Whether
no,
it's
not that one.
One is one Hausa woman.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it.
Okay, if you listen to the end of that video, the lady said that it's true that they cannot handle the United States, but those that are on the ground, that they know how to deal with them, that it is a mission that needs to be accomplished. That is what that lady said. This is to tell you how ready and prepared these people are. The target is the southern part of Nigeria. Once they get it, this is what the warning I've been giving to so many people. Once they get to that particular place, if something tangible is not done, once they get that southern part of Nigeria, the whole of West Africa will be a walk in the park.
Yeah.
I am telling you, if you look at what happened in Ghana some time ago, I think I told you this some time ago in their platform there. So when they came in Ashanti region, a place they call Agogo, the same armed bandits, they call bandit terrorists, they were entering into the farms, grazing there, raping, killing, and so on and so forth. It was the chief that raised an alarm. And the president, as at that time, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, set up a group of policemen, in an operation they call Operation Cowboat, that chased them out of that Agogo community outside Ashanti region. They chased them out till today. You won't have it. But in Nigeria, you cannot, because these people are working with the Nigerian authorities in order to make way for them to carry out what they have carried out. The mistake Nigeria made was 2000 by Obasanjo, January 2000, to have allowed Sharia to take control of some part of Nigeria by Ahmed Yerima, the former Zamfara state governor. That was the mistake. If it was caught that time, I was still serving as at that time, you wouldn't see most of these things happening today. Nigeria is on a crossroad. Anybody that tells you that Nigeria is going to survive 2026, 27, well, let's see how it's going to pan out. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
For me, I'm praying for Nigeria to survive. But if it will not, let them separate. But if they don't, Mr. Kunle, if they will not separate, then why can't, I'm sorry to say this, but if they cannot separate, why can't the Igbos and the Yorubas put themselves together and fight this thing? Why can't they?
That is a very big question, and as I speak to you today, I will confirm to you that there is an alliance. However, both Igbo politicians and Hausa politicians are after their pockets and their power. However, those who are agitating, there is an alliance now, and I can confirm it to you that there is an alliance. Thank you so much for that.
Whatever we're going to do, please let us hurry up. Because we will say because we keep saying we're planning, and these people will take over.
That is a good one to note about. All right, thank you, Madam. Mr. Edwin Ugochi, Mr. Okumbo, and I don't know who is CIN. You can unmute yourself, Mr. Edwin.
Hello, Mr. Okocha. Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for your good work. I've been following you as long as you've been on this. As long as you've been on this job, we really appreciate you. And most occasions, I do share almost all your messages. However,
all right, thank you so much, sir. Let's go straight to the point.
I appreciate every speaker in the house, and I have this thing bothering my mind each time I come across men and women of intellectuals of this magnitude. I begin to wonder where they have been all these years. And I appreciate everything they have said, because so long as I share their concern. But I have this question as I speak to ask to whoever may be interested to give clarity to that, is that where are they when Martin Nnamdi was propagating for this danger coming against us? Where were they? Where were they when Simon Ekpa was here with us? Where were they? As of last election, 2023 election, between that got Tinubu to power, we were all aware that he did not win that election. Peter Obi should have been the president of Nigeria today if Nigeria were to be a nation. And I'm sure that most of them might equally be happy that Obi did not become president of Nigeria today. Because if he were to be president of today, I don't think that any Igbo man will be surviving today in Nigeria. Regarding to
if Obi had become president in 2023, by now it's either he will be dead or the military will have been taken over. There will be a military coup if Igbo man becomes president. That is for sure. From my own opinion and understanding about Nigerian landscape.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. So imagine the hate we Igbos are undergoing in a country that's supposed to be our country. So for Obi not to become president today is for me is a cause for celebration that at least our people can breathe to an extent. Then those if we are I want to know if those of us who are in this platform this afternoon, do they still believe that Nigeria can function? Is there anything good that's yet to come out of Nigeria? If not, what are their proposals? And if their proposal was for division, that Nigeria should divide. Well, I'm a passionate Igbo man. I'm from the great Igbo race. I'm a passionate Igbo man. And besides, I'm a Biafra. I'm sure they were aware, most of them that are now saying that Nigeria should divide. Were they aware of the Finland Convention that took place last year, 29th November 2024? If they were aware, were they part of it? If they're not part of it, what stopped them from being part of it? Because over 50 million Biafrans voted before that convention took place, and they voted to exit Nigeria.
What is the effect? What is the effect of that vote?
The effect of that vote is as thus. You should remember, on one occasion when Nnamdi Kanu was very much around with us, he was interviewed by the BBC in his hometown Afaru Ibe. He was asked many questions. One of the questions he was asked was that when is he going to declare Biafra? He told them, his response was that I will not declare Biafra until my people gave me the mandate to do so, which is that mandate to be a referendum. For that mandate to come forth, there must be a referendum. And this is what we are aiming at until he was being kidnapped from Kenya. After being kidnapped from Kenya, go ahead.
Let me ask you a very important question because we don't have much time now. So the question I want to ask you is this. Yes. So many people from around the globe, I mean the international communities, when you talk about two-state solution in Nigeria, they find it difficult to understand what we are saying sometimes, not all of them, especially not people in America, not people in Switzerland, Czech Republic, Australia. Those people, majority of their politicians understands what is going on in Nigeria. But others, they find it difficult to understand them because they said that the Igbos, majority of them don't want Nigeria to divide. If they are saying this thing from the standpoint of their political leaders, they are saying, unlike Catalonia and other countries, other places who are agitating to have a referendum, their political leaders are supporting them. Why is it that Southeastern politicians, they are not the people? Because if any country, for example, today, like US want to recognize Oduduwa Republic, want to recognize Biafra, US is going to have a very brick wall, let me put it like this, in the sense that you will see someone like Bianco Juku, someone like all these governors going to UN to say they reject it, they don't want Nigeria to divide. The same Igbos, they will still be the one that will walk to the UN to tell you that they don't want, Nigeria to divide. So how will you solve this problem of confusion?
The answer is very simple. We know these people. We know the answer. We know our politicians. We already know what they are capable of doing. They are human beings like you and me. They are not extraordinary by any means before God. So therefore, when you identify, it's always good. It's always a blessing for you to know who your enemy is. We have known who our enemy is, and we have able capable hands, handling them in the person of Nnamdi Kanu and in the person of Ekpa. whom most of them are betrayed, like you rightly said, who these politicians have betrayed and locked up in prisons. But that does not deter us. Because when my Samuel Ekpa was here, he followed everything legally, legally, legally to get us where we are before he was being captured for nothing. Unjustly captured and unjustly detained. So I want you to know that everything about the Biafra exit from Nigeria was conducted legitimately by law, not by any man's, any individual's
Yeah, it seems that you
ideology.
did not. It seems that you did not get my point.
I get your point
It
because the
seems that you
politicians
did
you are
not get
making
my
mention of,
question.
you said about our politicians, our people who may go and claim that we don't want to exit Nigeria. But our votes have decided, we have voted to decide. What again? What
And that
in
is
the
the
opinion
first
doesn't,
question I asked you.
yeah,
That is the
yeah,
first question I asked you. And you
the
don't know
answer,
why I'm asking you this question.
yeah, no, I may
You
not
don't know
know,
why I'm asking
but
you. These questions I'm asking
okay,
you is on the table and is the problem. You understand? Like this vote you are talking about, nobody recognizes
yes,
it, one, first of all.
yes,
Then the
yes,
secondly, this question I just
yes,
asked you, if I tell you people who ask me this question, you will understand where I'm coming from. Most, they see like southeastern Nigeria that most people don't want Nigeria to divide. That is the way they see it now. So that is the
well,
problem. How will you be able to solve this confusion?
you said the vote for me. You said the vote. You said the voting was not recognized. Where did you get that information from? If the voting is not being recognized, why did
After
they
the
lock
life,
up someone else?
you
You
can
know,
chat me up. I will tell you. I don't want to say it live. After the session, you can chat me. I will tell you. Okay.
no problem, no problem. But all I know is that most of us here on this your platform this afternoon, they are talking so well. But my worry is that they see many things. They are of age to see all that has been going on. They are not telling me that the vote is not recognized. Well, which is very funny for me. But not at the level of these intellectuals in your platform this afternoon, would they tell me as well that they were not aware of anything concerning the vote too? So what are they trying to tell me? So if Mazin now carries to
Do,
the party
do you
there,
now
or
do you
Mazin,
now understand part of the question I'm asking you? Because let me give you an
the
example.
question you're asking me is a political, which I already know where probably you will land with it. You know, we have a lot of sabotage among them, not only politicians. The politicians infiltrated the struggle with their thoughts. Those are the ones doing the killing in the east all this while. And today everything has been exposed. And all these killings were made to blackmail the leaders of this struggle. And all these intellectuals here this afternoon are aware of that. And they were aware when our people were being proscribed as a terrorist. What did they do? They all keep mute, claiming that they want Nigeria. Although the Nigeria they want is not even owned by Nigerians. Nigerians have
Of
been
course,
captured.
of
Uh-huh.
course.
Nigeria have been captured by many Western interests, you know. So Nigeria never belongs to Nigerians. If Nigeria belongs to Nigeria, why is it that every election you have to go to Charlatan House to nominate who will rule us? Why is this so? Even the money
Yeah,
we are making
what you are
overseas,
saying is true.
even with the
What
money
you
we
are
are
saying
making
about this
overseas
is true.
today, the money we are making overseas today is not even our money. Because by the time you took this money home, it will come to nothing. So where that money comes from, we will definitely go back through high rate of through fluctuation of economy. The economy is never stable. You cannot invest. You can't do anything with that money. You can't even stay in Nigeria today with 10 million naira in 6 months. You know, you end up not knowing what to do with the money. Because of what? The economy has been damaged. So all this thing put
Yes.
together makes me worry when men and women of this class should be folding their hands while our people should be dying, only to come here and start talking grammar. You know, is it not hypocrisy? The one Nigeria is talking grammar, want to be political correct. All those things, we don't need it anymore. Let them join the force. If the vote is not valid or is not recognized, let them release our leaders. You cannot give me freedom without those whom we trust. We trusted Mazin Nandeka, we trusted Mazin Samuel Ekpa. And these are the two men we know. You can talk to your grandma from the kingdom from. I don't care. But all I know is that we need our freedom from Nigeria, and that we have got it. Because all our
All
blessing is
right.
there. Our government
All
is
right.
running. If you have any questions, go and ask her. Thank you very much, Mr. Amadio Crocker. May God
All
bless you
right.
for giving me the time to
I
speak.
really appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, we are also CNI. I don't know your name. You can unmute yourself and tell us your name and where you are joining us from.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, good
Uncle.
afternoon, sir. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you very much for having
Okay,
me.
we want your contribution and we want you to narrow it to the topic we are discussing on this video, which is the issue of the extremists. In fact, this is not all about Nigeria, it's about the globe. In West Africa, in different places, and I was making reference from the beginning of this video with what is going on in the United Kingdom. And I was saying that the United Kingdom that could not even accept people who were having residence and maybe people who have dual citizenship in their country, that they should understand that there was a country they amalgamated with these people who do not have anything in common. Look at what they are doing today. So that is what we are discussing, and we are seeking for public's opinion about it.
Okay. I thank you very much. Just like the last person that spoke, I wanted to chip in something, but I let him to land first. Okay. Now, in Nigeria is like a company, not country. Nigeria is not a country, it's a company that when your HR wants to change your manager, he invites you down to the office, which is Chatterham's. How many people in Nigeria? More than 250 people. But it seems like if something happened, let's say 3 days ago, 3 days forward, everybody forgot. In Nigeria, the Muslims have their military parawings, apart from the army himself. I don't know if you're getting me. Why is it that the Christians if the Christians go the same way as the Muslims, do you think there will be any war?
Let me get your question correct, and you have to be audible. You said if Christians go the same way like the Muslims, do I think whether there will be war or it will work?
No, did you think that there will be any war in Nigeria?
If Christians goes the way, like in Nigeria, the way the extremists are going, if Christians goes that way, I will assure you that within 48 hours, there will be a war. And that war will be, essentially, I conquer you or you conquer me.
Okay, fine and good. You've answered the part of the question. Now, let's go deeply. Where on earth, if you can mention one place for me, I'll give you 5 places on earth where they don't speak the same language, they don't dress the same, they don't have the same culture, and they are still together. Where on earth? Mention any place on earth. Hello?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, even the audience, even if the audience can mention, I will want to forge ahead. If not, let's go down the drain.
Yeah, just go down and fasten it up. We are getting you.
Nigeria was amalgamated by who? By a lady. Sorry, Nigeria was given the name by a lady. It was amalgamated by the British government. That is where your problem started. Because one, most of us, which are from the southeast middle belt. We don't even know. We don't know our culture. We don't know where the name you're answering. You don't even know where it comes from.
All right. It seems very important that you really understand what we are discussing. What we want you to move into now is, what do you think that will be the solution? And that is where another question will come before we go on to the next person. So what do you think that is the solution of this background you are giving?
The best solution, two things are involved. It's either you random all your politicians in one cage and eliminate every single one of them, or you sit at home. The Indians was the first people that did it. The British came to India, gave them 5 things, including technology. India rejected 4, except 1, which is their technology. The same.
Okay, before you digress, let me reiterate this question. There is something you are explaining to us before. What you're explaining to us is that Britain amalgamated an ideology.
Of course.
So do you mean eliminating people will stop this ideology, or do you mean sitting at home will stop this ideology?
Let me ask you a question, please, if I may ask. When Christ was on this earth and they came to arrest him, what did Peter did?
He took knife to cut away the ear of someone that one of the people that came to arrest Jesus. But Jesus told him something, that put in your sword. This is not the time to fight. Anybody that killed by sword will die by sword. But time will come, you will sell your cloth to buy sword.
Okay. Now, you've answered the question very well. That is why I went back again. I said, if our paramilitary from the Christian side, let me use the word jihad. The Christian has their own jihad. The Muslim have their own jihad. Did you think we'll get into this mix? No.
And I've answered it, right? I told you.
Of course. Because one, the Christians of these days are the most useless Christian on the planet Earth. Especially Nigerian Christians.
And I will not doubt it.
They will slap you at the right side, then you purposely turn the left cheek for them to slap. Have you gone to Israel and insult an Israelite? No chance. You won't even do it. Nobody on earth will do it.
Yeah, is that the solution now? I just want to get the solution from you.
The solution is to do what? Sit at home.
Okay, what will sit at home bring out for? Will it stop the ideology of extremists killing the people? And people were sleeping, not even sitting at home. Some people were sleeping at home. They came to their house, they burned them, they killed them. So how will sitting at home stop the extremists?
Why? Because one, we, the southeast, south middle belt, when the information came out before now, we never wanted to listen until it started manufacturing.
So what is the solution?
The solution is to do what? Sit at home. When it gets to election, don't come out and vote. Simple.
Yeah, we are not even talking about election. We are saying that there will be war. We are talking about the war that is coming. And I'm predicting that it will happen next year. If you check the topic of the video. So are you telling us to go and sit at home that is going to solve the problem?
Of course. Because one, not everybody will pick up arms. Not everybody will pick up arms.
Right.
Listen, let me tell you something, yeah? Could you believe that when the Nigerian army came to the southeast and asked for population of the youth to join the army, did you know their plans? I don't think any of us know the plan apart from the so-called MNK, who knows very, very well that, look, they want to do what? bring you people down so that when they comes in, it will be easy and porous for them. But nevertheless, I thank God that most of our people, we don't use our belly to think anymore. We use our head. Take out the whole Southeast politician. If they release Nnamdi Kanu today, they are all gone. That is just it. That is just the total.
It's all right. It's all right. I really respect your opinion about what you said about the solution to the current problem. You know, it's a public opinion platform. We want to hear from different people, and it's not compulsory that everybody will have the same opinion.
Of course, of course. The
Thank
only
you.
thing I
much.
will have to say before I drop the mic, is one. We have been on the right path until the government came to there is nothing like sit at home. Did you know how much that the government lose if the people sit at home? There is no investor. Investment does not come in. People does not travel out. People does not.
Yes, and that also did not stop you not to die. Even though you sit at home now, the people who are killing will continue to kill. So
then if you have to create your
I
own
understand your opinion though.
If you have to create your own militia, why people stay at home? The young ones, vibrant ones, goes into the forest and fish these people out.
Yeah, honestly, even if you listen to DSS director, he's still the DSS director till today. He talks about it that he advised people to create their own security forces because they can't solve the problem. So I do not see anything wrong with the people. Like, let me tell you, there is no community you go in Delta State today that don't have their own forces. That is the truth. So everybody have to have their own vigilante, protect themselves. That is it. So I do not see anything wrong with that, okay?
That is just it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Carry on.
All right, let's go to Okombo so that we can move fast and get to everyone here.
Greetings from here, Mazi Okucha. I have been listening to your program for a very long time. Today, I have the opportunity to at least come online on air to talk. I don't know if I'm coming out.
All right. Are you Okombo or Okumbo?
Okombo, man. Okombo, yeah.
All right. Thanks for joining us. Where are you joining from?
Oh, I'm not in Nigeria. I left Nigeria since 1999. And that's the reason why I'm talking about. I'm somewhere in West Africa.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us.
So what I'm trying to say is that, well, number one, I talk about myself. Personally, if there's anything I'm regretting in that Nigeria, is the very day I go out to vote for Tinubu, and that was in 1999. Like all the things Obasanjo was doing, I wasn't too angry with him because I never voted for him. And so other things followed up, like Buhari, all those things. I was not too angry because I never voted for all those people. And when I came back, around 2014, when they were running an election of Buhari, I told a few friends that I'm not going to stay in Nigeria if Buhari was forced his safety on Nigerians.
What was your reason?
My reason was that I followed Buhari antecedent for a very long time. I know that he never loved the part of Nigeria that I come from. And so if he's given the chance to come in, it will be a problem for us. And that really happened. See, now, before I move from that position is that why I regretted voting for election 1999 for Tinubu, it was because then when Abacha was in power, all of us were trying to look for a way to go. They said democracy is the only solution that will have peace and all that.
You mean Obasanjo?
Yeah, but it was after the death of Abacha that this other guy came in. What is his name? Abubakar.
Yes,
Salami Abubakar. Yeah. So correct. So that election, was my greatest regret ever to have even voted. And that was the election. I was in Lagos State that produced Tinubu. So whenever I see Tinubu picture or all the things he's doing now, I always regret ever putting my finger to vote for him as a governor, because that was what promoted him for him to be able to be in position to where he is today. Now, the issue of people saying that some Biafra, some Nigerians don't want their Igbos to go, or Igbos don't want to, some Igbos don't want to go. No Igbo man, no Biafra man, no Easterner would say he loves to be in Nigeria. Nobody, nobody. Mark my word, nobody. The only people who will say they want to be in Nigeria or remain in Nigeria are the criminal politicians who are benefiting from the blood of the innocent people. Mark my word, who are benefiting from the blood of innocent people. If there is
I can tell you what you are saying is true about that. It's true. It's only the politicians.
And they are the criminals. Let me tell you something, Mr. Foster. Don't. We shouldn't hide these people. We should tell them. Let them know that we know that they are criminals.
Yeah.
So because
the challenge I'm having with them is that you seem like these few people, you are calling them criminals now. They will do something that will look like it is the whole Igbos are doing it. Do you know that these people have written to the UN, wrote to, nobody asked them to do this, but people in the same politics ask them to write that they don't want Nigeria to secede. And they sign it that they are Igbo leaders. And if they confirm they are your governors, they are your House of Rep member, they are and these people are not up to 1% of the people. But look at the damages they are causing for the people. How would you address that? Are you with me? Check whether you muted yourself. Okombo, we can't hear you. I don't know what happened. Okay. It's like his network is having a problem. Mr. Sowore. You are
I'm here.
Yeah, okay. So our guest, I don't know what happened. It seems that the network or something like that, he just went off. Yeah, and he was making sense, sir. If you have the idea of the question I was asking him, I was saying that what he said is perfectly true. A lot of Southeasterners really want to, in fact, they have left mentally. They have left Nigeria mentally. But you see these few politicians who are not up to 1%, they are creating the impression that the whole Easterners don't want to leave Nigeria or they prefer Nigeria. So how can we solve this confusion?
Yeah, it's a very big problem in the sense that even when you call them politicians, anyway, that's the title they give themselves, of which they are not. I call it criminals, or if we want to add if we want to call politicians just criminal politicians, that's who they are. The issue is that even as you said, they are the one that don't want to leave Nigeria, but I want to let you know that most of us are still there with them, because it is we, the ordinary citizens, that are backing them up, supporting this nonsense they are doing. Okay, take example from that idiot. Take example from that idiot from South Africa who called himself a Kenga. I don't know if you've heard the name Kenga Eruago. That is his name. Do you remember the?
I don't think I've.
He was once. Okay, let's say he claimed to be ipob member. Then when the Kanu was out, and he's even among the, what do they call them, DOS, like I heard. But when you go into detail to check this very Ikenga, he was just there to make name, at the same time to make money. Like they said, he said he had African shop in South Africa, things like that. He said this weed out, I don't know. So when you look at the whole things happening, why the things looks very difficult for people to know where they are. Yeah, most of us know where we stand, because if you ask me now, I will tell you that Nigeria is the worst thing that has happened to all of us, most of us, the worst thing, because when you say we cannot beat our chest that we have country, no, you cannot, because a country that you are living, you cannot, do anything. You don't boast of it, you don't brag of it. For here where I live, when they ask me, I find it difficult to tell them I'm from Nigeria. You understand? I will let you know that since 2019, my passport has expired. I didn't renew it. Tries to tell you how it's disgusting. Why didn't I renew it? I'm a family of 4. So to renew this passport here would take me 4 of us almost 2,000 euro for passport that doesn't have value in anywhere in the world. The same time 5 years. You understand? So like I say, I'm not want to come to Nigeria. Maybe I prefer even using visa to come than go back. So what I'm trying to say in effect is that the so-called criminal politicians, they are not doing it alone. People are still behind them. Those ones doing talk for them. Those ones backing them up.
Exactly.
But I don't know if they are coming with their full mind or it's something very, very difficult. Very difficult to say, because I had some interaction. Though I will tell you 90% are ready, like normal human being, normal citizen of it, the men who believe to be Igbo, because those that didn't believe, those that are doing those that didn't believe they are Igbos, they don't know where they don't know where they are. You understand? It's just like we now outside of Nigeria. When somebody asks you, say, "Are you an Igbo man?" You say no, but when they look your name, you have Igbo name. That's madness. So the problem lies this way, that the so-called politicians, people are still supporting them. That's why maybe they are hungry, the people that are supporting them, but I see no reason why anybody should be supporting something that is harming him and the generation to come. So it's Nigerian problem is very, very difficult to solve. In fact, not Nigerian, our own problem, because it's a very simple thing. You see this division of Nigeria. When you see the politician, Baribe and all those his colleagues telling you that why you holding Nnamdi Kanu, why you holding Nnamdi Kanu, release him. Those are just saying for saying sake. Because for me, I do say, if you are really sure that you are really fighting for Nnamdi, okay, let's leave Biafra aside now. You are fighting for Nnamdi Kanu to be released, and you believe what he's doing is right. Why are you still presenting yourself in that useless shambo House of Assembly? What do they call it? Why are you still, some of them going to that asshole rock, the mosque? It's not that is not it's mosque. When you look at the shape, you know it's mosque, where they call asshole rock. Why are you still presenting yourself there? So if they really want to, like those people that are, coming with double color, telling you that we are supporting and they can, we do this, wanting to release, yet they are still in the parliament. So to get it, maybe that's to get, if anybody said they want to leave Nigeria, it's a very simple thing. It's a question of, like I said earlier, God that created people, put them in the places, it doesn't make any mistake. That's why we are far from each other. So that means nobody can drag your post with you, because you will stand firm that to say, this is my post. Nobody takes it away from you. So the problem lies on the people. That's what I have to say. It lies on the people.
All right.
Because by the time they stop supporting them, I think everything will work out fine. But the eye is not yet clear anyway. Because like when Trump said they are killing Christians, well, let's use that narrative of a Christian. They are killing Christian, but it's not Christian. They are killing indigenous people, because everybody is not Christian. But if Christian, that language will be the name to bring Trump to come to our land to rescue us, then let it be. So,
all right.
That's all.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Yeah. Thank you for your good work as well. Because thank you for your good work too. Because I do follow you, and I see the way you tackle the issues. If that is where the whole journalists are, or the whole journalists or bloggers are saying, I think the truth will not be hidden. And like the useless TV stations we have, Arise News and all of that, like especially that idiot that called herself Orgy, what does he call it, from our side?
What did she do?
She's a coward. Sorry to use the language, but that's how I see her. When it's a fact that these people are being paid not to say the fact, but when you don't have anything to say, you better don't say anything than to be shooting yourself on the foot. So these are the type of journalists they have in Nigeria. Like that told you, if any other tribe, maybe Yoruba person is saying saying it, I will have less pain. But whereby my own people, my own Igbo tribe, are the ones shooting ourselves on our foot, it hurts too much. So thank you for the job you are doing, and keep it up. And we pray that so many people like you will come on board. We will follow them. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Prof. Datio, good afternoon, sir. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, good day, Ogo Kocha, and good day to everybody in the studio. I saw you on live. I don't know your timing for your live shows, but today I happen to be at free. I'll still go to work. There's one thing that's happening. You have said it all. I've seen this struggle for us to get our own Biafra. There are many things to tackle. Number one, you see, there are many reasons why they shut Nnamdi Kanu down. But his speech brought a lot of awareness to us. As I said, I've said this thing on some platforms. Me personally, I attended a unity school, and I had thought that is how it was outside. I attended unity school just 1 to 3. Then when I changed to state school, I found out there's a big difference. But based on I was in a unity school, I thought that is how it is, and expected that in the whole Nigeria. So Nnamdi Kanu brought a lot of awareness to us, and he has been shut down. Another person that did something similar to that is Ekpa. He has been also subjected to similar fate like Nnamdi. Now there's nobody else. But there's still one thing. One thing is clear. If there's any vote for referendum, I believe strongly we'll get a referendum. But one of the biggest problems you said is those political entities among us. And the simple reason why these folks are acting like this is, I say they have eaten Jacob's pottage. They have eaten Jacob's porridge, and they continue eating such. And as a result of that, it's going to be difficult. But it's left for us, the masses, to realize that this is something we have to get. I know it's very complex because they have subjected also the masses to poverty. Because until I know, once there's election, they bring out money. A lot of people start scrambling from the money. I'm from Anambra State. I'm not in Nigeria, but I saw some videos that were shown. Somebody told me, they gave me an example of what these parties are distributing. If our people can realize what food cost mankind in the Bible, yes, food, that apple, the Garden of Eden, it was food, and that continues to cause the problem. Our people should have to reflect and say, we have to reject it. Money, because money, you buy food. I don't know how this can be done, but it has to be done.
Yeah.
It just has to be done. We're tired. I'm just tired of what's going on in that nation. You understand?
Prof. Dadio, if you don't mind, it seems that there is an emergency. I've been seeing this thing on my screen since. I don't know. Let me add this person to stage, Mr. Victor. Mr. Victor, what is going on over there? You can unmute yourself. You can unmute yourself. What is going on over there? We can't hear you because you are muted. You mute yourself. You can unmute it. We can't still hear you. Okay, we can hear you now. What is going on over there? No, you still mute yourself or mute it again. Okay. What is going on over there? I don't know.
Mr. Kocha, I agree with you.
Yeah, what is going on over there?
Yeah, Mr. Kocha, my brother, I've been following up your broadcast for a long time now.
Yeah, I saw some persons. I don't know if I am wrong. I saw some persons in your background, like people lying down. I don't understand what is going on over there.
Okay, my dear. We are doing a construction work. That's my workers.
Because I just brought you in because I say I'm seeing something like emergency on the background. It's like where people are kidnapped. So that was why I just
No, my brother.
okay. You know what you are going to do for me? Please stay tuned.
Okay.
Let us finish. We are with this Prof. Daddy O before I brought you in. I brought you in because I was seeing something on the background. I thought it was emergency. That was why I brought you in. So just stay with us. When we are done with this Prof. Daddy O, we'll go to Oluchi, then come back to you, okay?
Okay, Prof, I greet you.
Okay, yeah, good day, sir. I wish you this.
All right, okay, Takari, go. We do together.
All
Okay.
right.
So now, let me say something on this, your deceased tendency of a Sharia war. You see, if that thing is not imminent, if there's not a tendency of that, it is this. And you see, I just don't know how our masses listen. I'm not a news type of person, but I'm somebody. I look at an environment and think of what I would do. I've said it on a platform before. When I served, I had two colleagues. They were both Yorubas. One was a Yoruba girl, Christian. The other was a Yoruba Muslim. This guy followed me down to I won't say all what happened, but see, there's something he told me I won't forget. He told me, them as Muslims, any place they go, they study two very big things of that environment: the politics and the economy. I don't know how far or people are observing it, because we're in Nigeria now, especially when Buhari started. I observed the Fulanis have influxed into every area of Nigeria. It wasn't like that. And that will make it easy for them to launch any attack easily. I wish there's a way to sensitize the masses. And the thing that's even now is our ladies. Our ladies are going to them much more. I would say what I just say, story I heard before I came over to the US of a school. It's just I mentioned the school. The school is Neni. Neni is the capital of Aniocha local government, Anambra State. That's the town where Mikel Obi is from. These Fulanis influxed the school, started using these gears, and these gears said something. They prefer these Fulanis. Why? Because of money and what they have below them. I heard that story, and that is to say, this is a way they go multiplying. Now, with that, they can easily launch an attack. They're everywhere. They have learned all the Appian ways. I don't know if what people are observing this. Some people are thinking that they don't have they have a plan. So as I told you, this is what a Muslim, my colleague, told me, and I was shocked. But that also made me to I started telling myself, no, I have to start thinking better. So this war, the probability is there, because it was on your show. You made it clear that these Islamic folks in the north have made it clear. If Trump does not come to execute that, they're going to unleash. And there's no firepower in our area. The vigilantes have collected all their weapons. The worst of all is that our leaders are not there to support us. Nnamdi Kanu said something on his broadcast. I don't forget. He said it. Let me say it how he tried to almost mimic how he said. Also, in the here you could go boxers. Here you could go in the boxers. You could in the Fulani boxers. What it means that these our leaders have gone to have removed their boxers That means they expose their nakedness before the Fulanis. And I believe that is why they can't talk. Because I don't see how your one state will be attacked and they won't be able to offer resistance. There is something behind it. Apart from the Jacob's porridge they eat. So, I'm not in Nigeria. I pity them. And these guys are so wicked. When that thing happens, they're going to close all the borders. That is one thing I can assure. Close all the borders. They have encircled the whole Southeast, everywhere. And you ask me, are these people more populated? No. That is why they went to seek help from other parts of Africa. So I'm saying this thing for my brothers at home to think wise and realize they themselves are themselves have to say that. And again, these are leaders, they should learn from mistakes. Nigeria will always happen to you. Okay, isn't it? I was sitting in Danjuma. I learned he's from Takum, Taraba State. I served in Taraba State. There's a barracks in Takum. Was he not the chief of army staff of the defense staff during the Biafra war? Did he not commit atrocities? There's a lot of killing going on in Taraba State. What did he say now? That they have colluded, the army has colluded. He served Nigeria. They didn't even care. His area is under siege. Go on, the same thing. So it's just a pity we are just left at the mercy of ourselves. I just don't know how. But one thing I would wish our people have to do is to start reject these politicians, their offers. I know it's not going to be easy, but they have to start something. I know that weaponized hunger, but they
all right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right, sir. Okay, Onduchingwa, I don't even know whether you're a man or woman. You can unmute yourself. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah. Mazi Okocha, happy myself. This is Oluchingwa God. You know, in Igbo land, even where you come from, a woman answers Oluchi, a man answers Oluchi.
Yeah.
I want to say something here today because I regard your platform as a very, very, very high-profile platform. One, your antecedents. One, your honesty. One, third, to tell people exactly you are not content creating. But that's one thing you people are getting wrong here. I cannot imagine how somebody can be calling Delta. My brother, there is nothing like Delta. All of us, when I schooled in River State, for somebody from Okriki is Oluchi, I am Oluchi. Somebody in Eleme is Ogechi, I am Ogechi. My brother, I want to say this here today. Those Fulani you are talking about, right now in the entire Eastern region, every politician in the entire Eastern region, half of them they are all Muslims. I have said this in your platform before. Half of Imo State youth are Muslims. Half of Ebonyi youth are Muslims. Half of Enugu youth are Muslims. So it is their leaders, all these governors, they have all paid allegiance to the caliphate. Now, let me shock you. When United States of Biafra, which you also belong to, have been redeclared on the 29 November 2029. We are not saying it for anybody to believe it, but there is a document, which is what Nnamdi Kanu fought for, which is what Simon is fought for. You have to have a document to present to the world that you are good to go. But for people to come and begin to look for solution, when Ohamadike have said, my brother, if Fulani buy you buy Fulani. I am saying this now to you for people who don't know. United States of Biafra decentralized their military. Right now, if you're a Fulani man, if you come and pay anybody, you will be paid. I don't want to, you know what I mean?
All right.
Yes.
Some things you are saying are strange to me. I don't know whether it's strange to others. So it is important you clarify what you are saying. Which military are you talking about? Which decentralization are you talking about? And all those things. Please just clarify yourself.
Yeah, what is strange? Tell me what you think is strange to you.
Yeah. The decentralization of military. Which military, what kind of military, who decentralized them? So I don't know anything about that, and I want to hear what you are saying.
I am telling you today that is in Biafra, that is 40 states of Biafra, that Simon Ekpa that was fighting for before he got the problem he got, and I'm going to mention it to you today. This 40 state of Biafra, United States of Biafra, is Aba State, Aba, Adoka. We have Afema, we have Ahoda, we have Abaiko Ora, we have Alanso, we have Aludo, we have Anyoma, we have Brenna, we have Kalaba, we have Ebo, we have Eda, we have Enugu, we have Epia.
I understand. I understand. Yeah, I understand.
Now, let me tell you.
I understand what you are saying. Okay, go on first. I will ask my question later.
Yes, let me conclude, because I am telling you today that the United States of Biafra was redeclared, and the military of United States of Biafra was decentralized. All these states I am calling you now, even in Delta, where people just misconception about Delta, even that guy you see fighting Fulanis, Henry, that guy, the USB government, 40 states have presence in every 40 states of Biafra. I am not telling you to believe it. If you need the details, my brother, I'm going to give you details.
No, when you are done, I'll ask you a question. I just want you to finish up if I will ask you a question.
There is no single 40 states of Biafra who does not have up to 1,600 men defending the land. So let me tell you, for a while now, have you been hearing, oh, Fulani do this, they do this in Ebuka, they do this in Anyoma, they do this in
all right.
My brother, this time Biafra have come to stay, and if anybody is not comfortable with United States of Biafra, we have no apology for anyone. It's either you say you want to go home, or you want to remain a slave to the caliphate. Period.
Are you ready for my questions? All right. Number one, I want to put it to you that is a propaganda, according to the data available to me, that half of the youth in Imo State are Muslim, and it's also a propaganda that half of the youth in Enugu State are Muslim. So these are not true.
My brother, it's not a propaganda.
Last week, calm down now.
It's not a propaganda. Listen to me. In Imo State,
calm down first now. Calm down first. As of last week,
right now,
calm down now so that you understand what I'm saying. As of last week, we got the data of the number of Muslims from the south, even from each local government. I have the data. So I don't need anyone to tell me how many Muslims are in Imo State. That's why I say it's a propaganda to tell me that half of the youth in Imo State and Enugu are Muslim, because I have the data. Okay, so let us move away from that. Then
yes, my brother, I am moving. I'm going for a school run. But what I'm telling you that I am from Imo State. I am from Sowore.
Okay.
You are intelligence. Those person talking to you now, I served as a robbery squad for almost 10 years in Nigeria. I work with all manner of politicians. I work with everybody. And
I think you could have used this time to answer my questions. I wanted to ask you some questions. Or are you going to somewhere?
Yeah. I will get back to you, because I do school run, because my wife passed away. I'm just on my own with all my kids.
Oh, so sorry about that. No problem. I'll be waiting for you, even though you get back to me through WhatsApp.
Yeah, I will.
Let
I
us
will.
finish.
I have your WhatsApp. Yeah, I will.
No problem. Let
will.
us finish up the question I wanted to ask you.
Yes.
All right.
I am in the car now. Ask me a question.
Are you sure?
Driving now. Ask
Are
me.
you sure you can flow with
Take and
us?
put. What did you say?
Are you sure you can flow with us?
Yeah, why not? I'm driving right now, but I can't.
All
Why
right.
not?
All right. All right. So the first question I want to ask you, we are talking about the decentralization. You were talking about the decentralization of some armies. Which people are the armies? Which army who decentralized them?
Yes.
Okay, sir, don't mind. I understand you are driving. Okay, you can get back to me, maybe on WhatsApp and all those things. Okay, maybe we can talk about it
Hello?
later so that we'll move to the other people. Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, do you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. Yeah, I think I
I
was
just asked you a
disconnected.
question, you did not respond. I said maybe we can talk some other time, or are you ready to flow with us?
Okay, because of time.
Yeah, I wanted you to concentrate. You are driving and your life is important. I don't know whether you are still carrying children.
No. Okay, we'll talk next time. Just I will get in touch with you.
Yeah. Because some questions I asked you seems you did not hear. Please concentrate. Life is more important.
Okay, bro. Thank you.
All right. Anyway, the question I wanted to ask him is, if you people have, as you say, let me say vigilante, let me not use the word military because the word he's using is heavy. If you have vigilante every place, why are people dying? Why the insecurity? Because this is the problem everybody is having with Nigeria right now, that Nigerian security agencies are colluding with armed men to kill their people. So if you say you have military everywhere, it seems your military are also colluding to kill your people, because we are talking about the solution here and we really want solution to stop the killings in Nigeria. And we are saying it is incompatibility. I agree that Nigeria should not be one. And I am making the statement from what is going on in UK, where even the British people are now unable to accommodate people who came into their country. Just imagine, they are unable to accommodate people who came into their country. So this is the issue where we are saying that the amalgamation of Nigeria is a very dangerous something. So if UK cannot even accommodate extremists in their country, but they went on and amalgamated Nigeria, Christians with the same extremists. So that is where we are right now. Let us welcome Mazi Chris Nwa Ogo. Good afternoon, sir, and thanks for joining us.
Oh, Mazi Okocha, it's good morning from here. How are you?
Fine, sir.
Okay, Mazi Okocha is pretty busy. You can see that
I see.
I'm at work at the moment, but I just want to chip in for very few minutes. And the reason is just to give credence to this your formidable platform, which I constantly, classified as top, when it comes to, the online, media. You've been doing a great job, and once people like you are noticed, we supposedly have to give you credence, and I just come to put some, positive narrative and agree with you in totality on your predictions as regards the Sharia war, perhaps as you predicted in 2026. And I don't think anyone that I've listened to within the few minutes that I joined have refuted, that your prediction, and it is obvious that your prediction is absolutely 100% correct. Why are we agreeing with you? The geographical landscape in Nigeria continues to see some shift. You know what I'm saying? And you can see all the mountain, context and what the bandits and the terrorists, organized in that country is doing, and the conflict is continue to rise, even with the government 100 participation in it. So obviously, there's no way that anyone should, come with a narrative that is, contrary to what you just predicted. It's obvious. The historical context is there. The rising tension is a proof. So, my brother, you are correct. So, but one thing that gladdens my heart of late is I think the solution has come, but little did we know. And it's just for us to start preparing. If at all God answers prayer, this is a testament that the prayers of the past, even those that their souls have not rested in peace, I think God has heard their cries, because when you see Nigeria, any peace you see in Nigeria is just the peace where you can find in a burial ground. That's what it looks like. But little do we know that God is ultimate and He has answered prayer. Solution is coming. And one of those solutions is the introduction of Donald Trump. And perhaps people might think it's never going to happen. It is happening. It is a process. And I just want to tell us, to get ready, because God has finally brought a solution. No matter what Tinubu and his government does, the solution is here already. But the only thing that I'm going to say right here is it doesn't mean because of America is coming in to help us disseminate and eliminate these, people who are bringing confusion to that country. Nigeria is not meant to exist, to be one. I don't care anybody who calls themselves a Nigerianist. The solution why America is coming is to help us solve the problem of, number one, there's going to be disintegration, and American presence will only empower that to happen. American presence, because the whole conditions that America has given is impossible for the already 12 states that is practicing Sharia law to say, okay, they have for federalism. It's impossible. So this tells people. So when we are talking, we should be having some critical thinking. You know what I'm saying? The Biafrans, they do the wars and all that. It's just a peaceful way of doing things, and this is why America remained the greatest country. God decided to choose a character in Donald Trump. It's only this character in Donald Trump that will be able to do this. And we have seen what the character in Donald Trump has done outside Nigeria, in Israel and other places. So why can't we look at it as obvious the solution has come? And all we need to do is embrace ourselves. Because I am telling you, yeah, we have different kinds of vigilante groups and all that, but they're all nonsense. These people will finally be empowered to do the needful. Are you getting what I'm saying? Because America is not ready to come and carry all their men, put them on ground. No, it's the indigenous people that will do the needful themselves. So it's solution. So let's not be diverging or begin to think narrative that are contrary. So we should all be waiting and be ready, to take our indigenous group and be ready, because somebody is God has decided to bring in somebody to energize us so that we can do the right thing the way it should. We are the one to do this ourselves. We're only looking. We're only expecting and waiting for the person that God is sending to energize us. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for very brief and productive input.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Glad
Thank
to
you.
have you.
I'll see you again. Okay. Thank you, sir.
All right. Okay. Mr. Okumbo, you were with us before your network had a problem. So you were saying something before your network had a problem. Mr. Okumba. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I am here. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr.
So
Okuda, like I said before, see terrorism in
where you stop.
Yeah. Okay. You see terrorism in Nigeria. There will be no terrorism in Nigeria if the government hands off terrorism. All the people, all this insecurity you are hearing in Nigeria, government is using it to their own advantage. Personal, not for the people. The leaders, those who are in power, are using it to their own advantage. That is why you see they can always tell you of insecurity. Because the other way, in the night, they will go and finance them, sponsor them, give them everything they need to use. In the afternoon, they will come out and begin to lie to you that they are fighting insecurity, which is completely lie. Like I said, people were saying that Igbo people are the problem of Nigeria. I heard some people coming up with those things. Is it the Christian leader or who I don't know, Yodele or something? Sometimes I don't blame people who talk like that. I don't blame them, those who talk like that. The reason being that I always tell people, I'm from I don't like I'm from the eastern part of all eastern Nigeria. I believe in that. I don't believe in all this south and all these things they are using to confuse us. I always say that any day Igbo man decides, Okuta, as I'm talking to you right now in this moment, if Igbo decide that there will no longer be in Nigeria today, there will be divided, it will happen. Mark my word. See, it's not only by fighting that will bring this thing. Igbos have the weapons to make Nigeria stand still. Hello?
You mean they have not decided?
No.
You mean
The
they have not
criminals,
decided?
like I said before, the people have decided. That's why they went to Finland to go and give their 5 million, about 50 million votes. But the people who have not decided are the political criminals, and the people are giving the political criminals the advantage to do what they are doing. For instance, how many are they? If you count the 5 eastern governors, how many are they? Atoise and all those people who are causing confusion in Anambra State now, how many are they? And the people know them, and they can't tell me that we don't know how to stop them. I said, okay, for instance, they said they should sit at home. It is the same Igbo man who is fighting against the sitting at home. So how will you turn around to say that Igbos don't want to go? Those who are using them to fight the sit at home are the 5 eastern state governors. They salute those who are from Odokachi and all those things to use them to fight the people who are sitting at home. You see where the complication is coming. That's why I told you that these people are criminals. They are fighting for their own pocket. Like I said before, tell me any in this present Nigerian government that you are there. Tell me any of them who is not a criminal. Okota, tell me any of them who is not a criminal, because there's none of them who have not committed crime, either murder or stealing or fraud or embezzlement or one thing or another for them to get their whatever they. So tell me any of them. So how can you expect such a person to tell you that Nigeria should be divided? I believe in you, Okota, and if you go down, Okota, in your program, a lot of people have been telling you, there is no part in Nigeria, there is no part of Nigeria as it stands now who still believe Nigeria to be one. Nobody, even the Fulanis themselves don't want to be in one Nigeria. The Hausa don't want to be in one Nigeria. The Benue people, they don't want to be in Nigeria. The Yorubas who are causing their own confusion, they don't want to be in one Nigeria because some of the both champion their declaration or whatever they call, whatever. Even in Niger Delta, they call themselves Niger Delta. They are using Asari Dokubo to cause the confusion. They don't still believe in one Nigeria. So they are using these people to cause confusion because the what is it called? Eastern part of Nigeria that comprise from Edo down to whatever they call it to they divided, they call it the South Side and all that. They were all Eastern Nigeria. And these people hate all these people. Let me tell you, the Fulanis hate all these people. And the government is working hand in hand to see that the Fulanis will capture all these places because of the minerals they want. They don't care. They are using those people who they are already brainwashed, like Ashtags, the 5 Eastern governor, the Soludo. I'm sure I'm so disappointed in someone like Soludo, who is even a professor, to be controlled by illiterates. Coming up, he promised the people that we were going to create Dubai in Anambra State. Where is the Dubai? It's Operation Odokacha. What is it called? Unallowing his own people.
You know that
you understand?
when you are complaining about these politicians, you know that if politicians have the solution, about Nigeria, nobody should be complaining. They don't have the solution to the problem. And that is why people are resolving to seeking for help in America, seeking for help in secession, seeking for help in SUA. No politician used to tell people. No politician have the solution to the problem of Nigeria.
I never said they have problem. I said they are the ones causing the problem in Nigeria. That's what I mean. There is no politician in Nigeria that has a solution. The solution they have is to have the solution. Okay.
Yeah.
So for the part of UK, what they are trying to demonstrate that they don't want to what according to the video you showed here. You see, Nnamdi Kanu told them before that anybody who sought in hand to punish the Biafran people right from 1967, or even before 1967, or even before the creation of Nigeria, and you are against these people, you will have your day. And that is what is coming. Nnamdi Kanu told them, and that's the reason why you see they are still holding Nnamdi Kanu there. That man has no case in any way to answer. Believe you me. In short, Nnamdi Kanu is not even, he's a free man where he is. The Nigerian government knows that he is free where he is. Even the Britain, the UK, who is controlling them, knows that Nnamdi Kanu is free where he is. Their only fear is the fear of Britain, the fear of Nigeria, and the government of Nigeria right now is that how are they going to manage this man if he comes out? That is the problem now. How are they going to manage it? Because they are trying to bribe him, give him all your word, offer him money, do everything. The man is still telling them that he needs the freedom of his people. So all this shenanigans they are saying, they are terrorism, they are doing this, they are just trying to create narrative where people will be confused. And they have succeeded to do for the youth. I always tell people, most I say, these days, youth are even more opportune to have handphones, tablets, laptops, and other computer where they can stay even in Nigeria and discuss with somebody, even in UK and far away, any part of the world. In those days, it's something like this. And that was why they succeeded to lie to us about the Biafran Civil War. This rubbish would have ended since 1967. They know it. So, but these days, opportunity that even as I'm talking to you now, I know how many millions of people are listening to your program. So why are people still being allowed these people to fool us, to deceive us that Nigeria don't want to be divided? Who said so? And see the narrative they are passing around that Trump wants to come and invade Nigeria. Trump never said that. I listen to that man. I've been listening if I drop now, I always go to that page and listen to what the man said. He said he is coming to flush out the terrorists in Nigeria. And Nigeria trying to change it to make it look as if Trump wants to come and invade Nigeria. Who said so? Who said so? Nigerian government is telling us that.
Bro, you are the one that do not understand it. Because they themselves understand that they are the terrorists. You are the one that is even confused that did not understand it. So even when, do you think that Canadian court designating Nigeria APC and PDP as terrorist organizations, that they just did it because of it? They did it because of fact. So when Trump said he's coming to flush out terrorists in Nigeria, they knew that they were the terrorists. You understand? Yes. So that is why they said, Trump said he want to come and, invade and fight Nigeria. Because they understand that they themselves are the terrorists.
Correct.
So
that is what I'm saying.
That is the issue there.
But the politicians are trying to make it look as if America is coming to invade Nigeria. It is clear they were coming, except it's clear that because they themselves are the terrorists. They themselves are the people financing the terrorism. So when they hear that someone is coming to come and fight them, they already know that they are talking about themselves. So what do? They try to sell this idea, pay bloggers, to come and talk rubbish on this one. See someone like Festus Kiamo, who was saying he's a freedom, whatever lawyer he is, now is the same person telling us now that there is nothing like genocide in Nigeria. Can you imagine that kind of nonsense? These are the people who were bitterly complaining because they were not having that golden spoon with them. Now they are the same people who are trying to change the narrative because they have opportunity for the media in Nigeria controlling the media, and they are telling us lies every day, which is funny.
It's all right.
So please let other people talk. I'm on the background. I'm listening, Okocha. Thank you for the time you're giving me, and greetings to all those who are listening.
Thank you so much. We have other people in the house. Even though we have exhausted your time, we have exhausted our time, but we must allow them in to talk to us. So let us go and bring them in. Pastor Van, I don't know if you can unmute yourself. And Hard Knot is also there. Pastor Van, good afternoon, sir. Okay, let's go to Hard Knot. I don't know.
Hey, Mazi. Hey,
Mr. Hard Knot, good afternoon, sir. Where are you joining us from?
Yeah, I'm joining you from the US.
All right, thanks for joining us. So I believe you have been with us from the beginning, or at least you have the idea of what we are talking about. We are talking about the issue of Sharia. And this is what we are talking about, that in Nigeria, you see the extremists increasing their killings, killing people, doing all sort of things, and they are doing it in a safe haven because some politicians are, supporting them. And this is going to lead to a war because people will not continue to allow it because this thing is spreading so fast. But the bone of contention here is that, as you can see in this footage on the screen, you will see what is happening in Britain, protests, and so on and so forth. So we are saying, if these people could not live with just foreigners around you, then they should consider to rethink that the amalgamation of Nigeria has caused, they have put Nigeria in this situation they are now for good 100 years. Do you understand that? They have put Nigeria in this situation for 100 years, but they themselves, about 10 years now, they could not even stand what they have put Nigeria in. So what do you have to say about this?
Well, Britain, maybe it's a case of karma. But one thing I know is that, I trust the Europeans. When they are serious and they want to fix that thing, they will fix it. The only thing is that it might take so see, the thing with the reasons why you have this growing population of Muslims in the Western world is because they need manpower. So it's not like those people are just there causing nuisance per se. A lot of those Muslims are professionals. A lot of them are doctors. They are from India, Pakistan, the Middle East. A lot of them are businessmen. They bring in money. Some of them are from Saudi, Kuwait, all those places. So the relationship is beneficial to the British economy. They of course they monitor the number of people that come in, and then they vet the people who come in. So those people who come in are strongly vetted. So whatever is going on, they have their control over it. Let us not be fooled. Yeah, if tomorrow they want to expel everybody by force, they will do it.
All right. So listen to this. Do you think they also, would they also be allowing continuously something like this? These are the part of the people they are talking about, shouting, protesting, Sharia for UK, Sharia for UK. That is a part. And I'm following this man, and I have established contact with some of his party members, the UK Independence Party. Listen to what he is saying.
I will close the borders. I will deploy the military into Britain to round up the Islamists and the communists, the illegals and the migrants claiming welfare. I will begin mass deportations of those who do not belong here, those who are here to destroy Britain and subvert our culture. I will deploy the military into the Channel. I will declare a national state of emergency. I will begin detentions, mass deportations and remigration. I will declare war on the radical Islamists. I will deport the 40,000 Islamists on MI5's terror watch list. And
anyway, the video is long, but I just want to use it to ask you a question, because I am seeing a stiff resistance and I understand so many things that I cannot even say online like this. So, do you think that these people are still in control of the problem they have caused, since you believe they vetted and they're in control of everything?
No. I'm not saying that they're in control of everything. So if they were in control of everything, then they will prefer that they have mostly Europeans. So, see, one problem that Europe is suffering from is their population is aging, and they've tried so many things to solve that problem. But the problem that problem is something that is a characteristic of capitalism. Once you practice capitalism, people become individualistic, people become very educated, then people stop having children. You know, it's just a cycle. All the large world economies are going through that. Even the United States, Japan. So it's something that they're really grappling with. So they have a dilemma. You know, they know the solution, but the solution will take them back to they can't practice this advanced form of capitalism, because the human beings you need to maintain capitalism have a way they think. You understand? People that will go to work and work very hard. You cannot force those same type of people to have so many children and be traditional. So once you move from people who are traditional and living in the farms, having many children, to a people that they want to get PhD, you know, they want to make money. So once your people start behaving like that, it's going to take a lot to change that behavior back. So that's the problem that even they themselves don't really know how to solve it. They can solve it, but it's going to take very radical measures, such as expelling immigrants, going back on rights for women. They stop abortion. They'll make a law that you must have this number of children. So those kind of things are not really democratic, right? So it's going to be counter-intuitive to the way they operate currently. But see, if this night the Islamic population become threatening, they can wipe them out. They still their country. They have weapons. You know, the Islamists are not in control of the weapons in Britain. And also remember the Western world. One thing that they do very well is that they can be very diplomatic. They can allow you to come out to the street and be singing Sharia and talking. You're not harming anybody. The moment you stop harming people physically or anything, they take care of you. So that's the difference from our own society. Our own society, if they don't allow you to talk. If you talk about against Islam, they kill you. You say, they kill you, all those things. But the Western world, they tolerate you. They know the things that really pose a threat, and the things that don't. Yeah. So.
All right. Thank you so much for this, light you put in this situation. Actually, I don't know.
Thank you for having me.
We are coming to the end of the program. It was scheduled for 2 hours, 30 minutes. We're almost 3 hours. Anyway, now the issue of, just quickly, sir, the issue of Adnot, the issue of Sharia in Nigeria. These people are not giving up, and You see, there war going on now, unannounced war. People are being killed here and there. The rate of killings, I mean, the count is increasing every day. People are being kidnapped. Now, we understand that there is a plan to annex Nigeria into terror stronghold with the northern Cameroon, Chad, and southern Niger by 2026. And this is a classified document of which I'm aware of it before Babada met elder brother, who was the SA to Tinubu on political affairs that resigned. He now voiced out that thing last week on Arise News. And I think he made a mistake. He ought not to say that because this thing is not on a public domain. He said the DSS, the security agencies are aware of this annexation of Nigeria. And when I come out to tell people that I am predicting that there will be a Sharia war in Nigeria next year, that is what I mean. What is your take on this?
Well, so so there are two. Let's say that let's divide it this way. People talk about Christians, people talk about Muslims in Nigeria. So there are two. It's not necessarily two, but let's say there are two divides of the country. One of it is people who want Sharia, and people who don't want Sharia. The people who don't want Sharia might be also Muslims, right? But like some Southwest Muslims say they don't want Sharia. Okay. The thing with Sharia is, when you say Sharia, we that are Christian or some people, they say it's terrorism. We see Sharia as evil. Let me now explain. To many of those people who love and are pushing for Sharia, it is the best way to live for them. Let me explain it to you. For them, they believe that Western things are corrupting their morals and the way they've been living. They believe that as a young man, once you become 18, 19, you can get a virgin maiden to marry. You don't need to go to university and study and all these things. These are things brought by Western people. They believe the main thing is to worship Allah and pray and have children, so many children. They believe that women should cover themselves, that they are holy, sacred. You shouldn't go near them. You just hand them over to a man to marry. So when if you look into their mind and mindset and the way they see Sharia for them is survival. That is for them. So the other option is you want them to come and live like us, the Western way, that you will be 40 years before you will see wife to marry. You will go to university. You will do this, you do that. You know, women, you can't control the women. Women do the thing. I'm saying the way they see it. There's feminism. Women, you know, women do what they want. A father cannot tell his daughter what to do. The daughter will leave the house, go and be with this man, that man, that man. So when you look at it like that, then you will understand how motivated they are. People just think that they just want to spread Sharia and kill people. No. The way those people see Sharia is their own way of life, what can sustain them for generations. They've looked at the Western way of life and say no. They've been both brainwashed and everything. And it's not everything they believe that is wrong. Okay, look, so Mazi, you see the problem to UK. I gave you an instance that for them to expel the Islamists and for them to start increasing their birth rate, they need to do things that are extreme, non-democratic. That is going to be some form of Sharia for them. Because now they'll say like, no, we don't need democracy. It's not working. This democracy is reducing our number, and immigrants are taking over our society. We will make law that we make people to start doing things by force. That is their own. It's not called Sharia, but it's like it's their own government. They'll say it's government policy and laws. But this Islamic and Sharia people, it's also their own way. They are saying no. This is how we must live. We don't want to live this other way. Now, it is also the difference is that their own is interwoven with religious ideology and sentiments. And when you see them wear turban and be walking, you'll be like, oh my God, this is a terrorist. See, if you go to the north and interview a lot of people who have been with this Boko Haram and some of all these Islamists, some of them love those Islamists because the moral compass of some of those Islamists is appealing to those people. Those Islamists are kind of straightforward and tell them the truth. Those people hate the politicians and hate the hypocrites like the other people who are not practicing Sharia. So that's the way you should understand it. When you look at it, do people just say that Sharia is like evil, you want to destroy? No. Those people believe that this is the only way for them to survive and have a meaningful life. So we ourselves, what is our ideology?
That is the issue.
Yeah, so Mazi, for us to actually counter them, for me, we have to have a uniting ideology. Just saying you don't like Sharia is not enough. You can't really rally anybody around that point. I don't like Sharia. What is your own ideology? What do you believe in? And if you ask yourself that question really now, I would like you to start asking other people, what is our ideology as Nigerians, as Christians? What do we believe in? What? Because if you don't clearly define it, then we are beating about the bush.
That is right. That is right. All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. I don't know if Pastor Van is already at work. We're supposed to close now. Good afternoon, sir. In fact, I supposed to have closed, but I see you are online. I say, let me bring you in first.
Yeah, you did well. You did well. You know, I'm at work.
Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, I'm at work. But this conversation, even though it means risking 5 minutes of my time to engage, I would do it. And I just want to appreciate you for what you've done so far, what you're still doing, because we will not give up until we see this freedom. And there's one thing I want to. Can you still hear me? Am I still with the friend?
Yeah. You're online. We are with you.
Okay. And there's one thing I want us to establish is the fact that we do not need to have some confusing opinion, especially when it comes to this issue. Confusing opinion in the essence that I heard someone talking about decentralizing army and then Biafra recognized and all that. All those are badadash, bullshit. Because when we are talking about freedom, and you're talking about something that is not recognized anywhere in the world. I know we are fighting for Biafra. Biafra is not recognized anywhere yet in the world. And somebody is still talking about Biafra government. Yeah, we have a Biafra government. I'm part of Biafra government. But we're not yet recognized anywhere in the world. And that's the narrative we must not twist to confuse people. I am part of the administrators in the Biafran government. And then when we talk about USB does not exist anywhere outside of Biafra, except in Biafra land, maybe you can talk of the homeland and all that. So when we're talking about these things, it is better some people do not come on air and begin to display ignorance and stupidity. Someone was talking about, I will have a decentralized army. Who is commanding that your decentralized army? These are the confusion now. People should not be coming up on international stage here to display some foolishness and stupidity because you want to patronize some idiots that are trying to make themselves relevant. We don't need that. It's a crap.
What you are saying now is very important. You know why what you are saying now is very important? Because there are some agenda to push narrative that the insecurity in Nigeria is everywhere, so that Donald Trump will see that, oh, it's not only these people, it's not only these people. There is an agenda to also push the narrative that Christians are killing Christians in the Southeast, and so on and so forth. So that is why we must not allow people to come out and say what is not true, that Biafra agitators have soldiers everywhere, all those things, of which is not true.
Exactly.
It's not true. It's not true, honestly.
Please, I want to advise that whenever anybody comes on your platform and present that narrative, debunk it immediately. You understand? Debunk it immediately because we have security.
You know,
We
here
have
is
this.
a public opinion platform. That is why we allow
I
people
know.
to talk. After
I
talking, we
know.
also share our
That's
opinion.
exactly what is teaching they try to use to nail our prime minister, who is actually fighting for recognition and fighting to see whether people will protect themselves in the homeland, encouraging people in the homeland, just like Danjuma encouraged, that people should protect themselves. That's exactly what Nnamdi Kanu advocates for, and Simon Ekpa advocates for. Simon Ekpa is not leading any army. So when you are talking about all these things, and then there is one psychopathic psychiatric woman somewhere in
You
Georgia.
you don't need to cost anyone.
No, calling that Biafra army is not decentralized and all that. Look, if people are doing things back home, you can encourage them to protect themselves, but not for you to be presenting some narrative that will now be putting some of our people at some very important positions in what we are doing to get ourselves recognized, putting their lives in danger and whatever they are doing to get our name to the very important channels in this world. Mazin Namdekan is doing that. Mazin Namdekan is doing that. In fact, he's fighting for an appeal that will make a lot of sense because right now, Donald Trump has made it, relevant for Biafrans to know that look, what Finland did to him is a crime. Even in Finland law, it does not exist. What they did to Simon Ekpa, it does not exist. You understand? So maybe some other time I will try and schedule a time whereby me and you and some other people will have a very, very broader narrative on social media so that people will not be changing the narratives as we are focusing right now on Nigeria going down because Donald Trump need to come and do the needful in Nigeria. I have a lot to say, but I want to encourage you. You're doing a lot. Thank you for giving me this opportunity actually because even though I'm at work, but try to, still stretch this your program because you want to give me just space to speak. Thank you very much, and I have to, leave it here. God bless you, my brother. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir.
You're
The pointer, I don't know. I was unable to bring you to stage. I don't know what happened. You can go out and come in again. The pointer, I don't know. Okay, there is the last guest I wanted to bring in. I'm unable to bring him, so we have to call it a day till in the evening. So please, if you're online, do well to join us in the evening to discuss more about the issue of insecurity going on.
And now we switch gears to security matters. A recent document alleging security payments to bandit leaders by the Zamfara state government has continued to generate reactions. The letter, which is widely being circulated via several social media platforms, claims the Zamfara state government has earmarked millions to be paid to several bandit leaders as part of an approach to addressing the escalating insecurity situation in the state. And now to discuss this, we're joined by security experts, Catch Ononuju. Catch, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you for doing this with us. First of all, let's just, take it a bit back and help us give a bit of historical context of banditry and government responses in Zamfara State. How credible is the allegation of payments to bandit leaders? Are there any previous instances or patterns that support or contradict this claim?
Right now that everybody's complaining about is not a new problem. I want to tell the world that I believe the Nigerian government has failed in its quest to actually look after the local people. This is not a new problem. This problem has been here for a very long time. President Buhari has tried about 7 different schemes to try and actually gain land to resettle this displaced refugees who came in from Mali, Central African Republic, Burkina Faso, and other countries. But he did not gain any positive results. And so I believe now that we have come back again under President Tinubu, if Tinubu does not solve it properly, you will see is this random killing every day by the Fulani refugees who are seeking for land. And I don't think this is the right way to gain land in any West African country. That's why I believe the leaders failed. If they were never able to resettle the Fulani refugees in Central Mali or Central African Republic, and they came to Nigeria, this is what we're now having. They are being forced to kill in order to gain land, to resettle themselves by force. This is not a way to run a country. I think this is wrong. We must take initiatives to save the households.
I'm going
Nigeria. This can't continue.
Catch, I'm going to ask you again, because you didn't answer my earlier questions. With historical context, how credible is this allegation of payments to bandits? Have there been any previous instances or patterns that sort of support or contradict this claim? Yes or no?
Yes. Peace to bandits was a strategy adopted by the Buhari administration to keep the Fulani militiamen on, because the militia people needed money. And that's payment by government to them, initiated by President Buhari, was the original way to give them money. If you don't give them money directly, they will engage in kidnappings.
All right.
And the Nigerian government didn't like kidnappings as a way. Remember, the schools in Kankara, the payment to them, all those were arranged. They mass kidnapping of youth, and then the subsequent kidnapping, the payments. Those payments were monies being given to these terrorists for them to augment whatever it is that they needed. But they were not able to gain this trust of the government who were giving them money, because no matter how much money you give them, they will always renege on agreements. And that's why the government stopped paying them.
Catch, let me ask you, right? You just said that there's some sort of truth to these claims. So what are the potential policy implications for Zamfara state government and the federal government? How might such payments affect...
The governors have collectively said they will no more pay these damn terrorists. The more you pay them, the more you strengthen them, the more they buy new weapons, the more they buy new logistics. Don't pay them. Let them go back to their country. We cannot continue to live like this, now, as if we are living under, this illegal arrangement. It's just not paying the country.
Yeah.
So I agree that the governors should say no, even if they've ever done it tonight. Now,
but you don't know what tomorrow brings. Still in this crazy world, people dying like flies every day. You read about it in the news, but you don't believe it. You only know about it when the man in the lamp black coat knocks on your door. Cause first next meeting, I swear I look